Hey, we're live, guys. How's it going? All right, so the title shall say new 2025 Tops Star Wars. Maybe I should just say new Star Wars. Tops Chrome. It is Chrome, isn't it? I believe it is. Yeah, it is. It's Chrome. New Star Wars Tops Chrome. New Korean Mega Dream. We're starting a little bit late today, guys. We're about an hour late. We might run an extra hour late then as a result. So we might run the stream till 9. I don't know. Let's see. We're starting at about 6. Yeah, we might run till 9. Get all those hours in. Let's see. New Star Wars Tops Chrome. New Korean Mega Dream. What is the closest break? I'm going to say Ancient Origins break close. All right, because it is. It's very close. Let's see. We're going to jump over here to the top Star Wars. We're going to say 25. Tops. Maybe should we call it Galaxy Chrome? Let's just call it Galaxy. Tops Galaxy. Now, the new one is cheaper. That's why we got it. I heard it doesn't have the best cards in it from Mr. Jonas, but we'll have to be a judge of it ourselves because I haven't seen it actually. I'm sure it has really good pulls in it. Tops Chrome Star Wars. Let's see what this is going for right now. Hey, how's it going, guys? I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. All right, so wait, I want to box these. Tops Chrome Star Wars box. We got to pick a price. I think the price was going to be like $18 or something like that. That's not useful. Damn, it's hot in here, man. This room heats up so much from the, okay, here we go. The heater, like, it heats the house unevenly. It's super annoying. Let's see. How many packs in a box? 18. Not too many, actually. And so we're going to have this plus, well, here, let me do a little math. Plus this, divided by 18. All right, there we go. It is not $18 per pack. I was probably thinking of the fact that there's 18 packs in a box. So that's just a faint memory of a number. The real price is $23. It's the reverse of Topps Galaxy 24, which is $32. Okay, but that's still a pretty substantial amount cheaper. It's $9 per pack cheaper. Make sure I got that right? Yep, 23. All right, 23 it is. It's Top Star Wars Galaxy. I'll go add it to the menu and the website real fast. Unless Tammy's here. Actually, Tammy, you're here. You might want to do it. So, Tammy, you could add that to the website if you'd like. If you don't want to do it, I can do it. Let's grab this. All right. Good. And then let's jump over here. We're going to pull this out. Tammy, Mike said, Cody, PSX, PDX. Right now, I'm in a blizzard. You're in a blizzard? Oh, man, it's so awful outside right now. Dude, this is so awful. It was 23. Oops. It was 23 degrees today. Okay, let me go ahead and pin this. All right. 23 degrees today, so we didn't go outside at all. It's just too cold, man. It's just too cold. All right. Let's see. I'm throwing these away. I ordered some DoorDash where it was just grocery shopping, and I ordered some blueberries, and they were horrible. I was so devastated when it arrived. The blueberries were all like mushy and old, and I had to take a picture and get my money back. That was way too... Oh, this item got vaulted, I see. That was way too often, man. If you ever have somebody else pick your, like, blueberries out, they just do not care, man. But I've really gotten into the habit where if they pick out bad fruit, I just report it. It's like, I report it every time. So that's the new thing is I'm not going to give up on buying fruit. I'm going to report it if they give me a real stinky one. Let's see. How about you guys? You guys ever order fruit over like DoorDash or something? Let's see. Not the blueberries. Yeah, the blueberries. Bad blueberries. I still ate a couple, but they were bad, man. I tried eating a kiwi last night, and I was like, this kiwi tastes funny. And I found out the kiwi was like 3 weeks old. It's like a 3-week-old kiwi that still held its. I mean, it it didn't make me sick, but yeah, it was overly ripe. It was gross, man. Like a faint stinkiness to it. Very faint stinkiness. All right, let me have this. When I was a kid, we ate a lot of kiwis. We were kiwi munchers, man. There we go. Okay, we're logged in. All right. Man, I heard those Epstein files got released. Did anything interesting come out of those? Let's grab this. Like 1 million pages or some crazy thing. Okay, we'll zoom that up. All right. Good. So our OP14s are to be shipped next week on Wednesday. Awful, man. Really sad. Yes, next week, Wednesday. I almost feel like the guy held it back intentionally because he got a negative feedback from somebody else too. But then also, I've got more of it coming from a second supplier. Just another case where you cannot trust supply from a single location. You always have to supply from multiple people to actually receive product. In a turbulent market where prices adjust very quickly, if you put all your eggs in one basket, all your supplies from one person, there is a very nasty chance they might decide to keep the product because it went up in price. It's so crazy, bro. They're like, wait a second, let us speculate on this. All right. We'll close this up. We'll close this up. I think we'll leave that one open. How to order cards. Okay. I'm just going to fix this real fast. Okay. I'm going to hit save. Very good. There we go. Let me go ahead and grab these. The listing is up. I will put in the picture later. Here's Anthony Haymeyer. He might be interested in a slab away after all on that History of Z-Box. Let me put this here. Okay, knee-high snow. Think positive. It could be worse. All right. I'm going to pull this forward. And it looks like he tried to send me some money. So the first step I'm going to do is write that down. Okay, so that's something to maybe like calculate over Discord or something like that. I'll set that there. All right. I don't know if he's watching right now, but that's something to kind of calculate in Discord. Oh, maybe he reached out to me in Discord. I didn't even look. January was quite the year. Is it Topps Chrome or just regular Topps? It is, in fact, Topps Chrome. Let's get a pack open. Guys, ready? So this is 2025 Star Wars Chrome, much more affordable than the 2024 version. So these are $23 a pack. You got to remember with these Topps Chrome products, the cards are super high premium quality, and even a common card should be graded and should be sold. In fact, look at these. These are Topps Chrome Commons, and they're all priced at $100. Now, this set is 3 years old. It is the Disney 100 collection, sort of like a celebration of 100 years for Disney there. But, you know, these will have some solid commons in them, too. There we go. That's what it looks like. I hope it was the Power of One cards. Yeah, there might be some Power of One cards in here. I saw the bad guy in the card list. Yeah. I mean, I could see them doing that for fun. So should I open a pack, or do you think I might accidentally hit a chase? If I accidentally hit a chase, that will make you guys not want to open it. So I don't know if that's the best idea. Yeah, if I pull like, the odds aren't super high, but if I were to pull the best card out of the box, that would ruin it for you guys. So why don't I let you guys do that? Disney needs to go back to 2D animation. You know who else needs to go back to 2D animation? Pokemon. Man, I missed the 2D Game Boy games. I'm not going to lie. I miss them. I miss them. Who's to say that these 3D games are better? I don't know if they are. All right, Star Wars. Okay. Welcome, guys. Welcome into the Saturday evening stream. It's currently 6 p.m. We started a bit later than usual. We'll see how busy it is. I don't even know how busy it's going to be. If it's real busy, we'll stay open later, okay? I promise. We'll stay open extra late if it's a busy stream. There we go. There's apps that do AI grades, and the apps are very accurate, so why should people pay you to do pre-grades? That's a great question. If you would like to have me send your cards home and do the pre-grades at home, that's perfectly fine. I really don't make that much money doing pre-grades. You know, like no one became a millionaire grading a card for $3. So you're welcome to go get the app and just do it at home. Now, why would you consider me? I've just been grading cards nonstop for 7 years, probably more than just about anybody. I don't know. That's a pretty good reason. I have a very fine eye. Like I can actually see, I can detect very subtle problems on the card after years and years and years of cross grading between companies, grading with all the companies, right? I didn't just do PSA, I did all the companies because I'm kind of an explorer that way, okay? I'm an experimenter, just like in a video game. If you want a guy to teach you how to play a video game or discover some sort of advantage, you got to go with the guy who experiments in the video game with all the different options, because he starts to understand all the little bits and pieces in the game. So I'm like that with grading. I do a lot of experimentation. I do a lot of testing. I like to document my findings and hide it in hidden channels in a separate Discord server. So I teach myself how the different grading companies grade cards, and I keep the information kind of hidden. But when you pay $3 to have me look at your $200 card or card that could be worth $700 if you get to 10, when you have me look at that, you get all those years of experience, you get all that hidden experimentation and knowledge, and it's just like instant, and it's recorded. So you get my opinion and it's recorded. You can look up the recording yourself and, decide for yourself what you're seeing. But, a lot of people will just have that done. It's also a convenient thing too, okay? Let's see. You charge $3 over times the $3 add up. Yeah, I would only, let's see how many cards I would have to pre-grade. I would only have to pre-grade, let's see, $1 million divided by 3. I would only have to pre-grade 333,333 cards to make $1 million. Get that, guys? Only 300,000 pre-grades later. Yeah, I'm definitely not getting rich doing pre-grades. You know what does make me money? This. So I'm going to make $100 on this in a second when he sells, and he will sell whether to you guys or on eBay. So, I could just let you go be dilly-dally with your own cards, and then you can make mistakes with the grading companies or forget to grade your card or not grade the right ones and waste your time. And then I would have less competition on the market when I'm selling. It's a very nice thing if you think about it, It's a very nice thing that I offer all of that experience for just $3. And that's why people buy so much of it, by the way. So people pay quite a bit. And we have good deals too, by the way. If you didn't know this, with the $3 grading, when it's slow, you can do 10 for 10. So you can get your cards pre-graded $1 each. That's pretty good, $1. So that's a very popular thing too. So good questions, though. You're welcome to ask tough questions about any of the stuff we do over here. It all holds up to scrutiny really well. Here's Kyle Broflovsky. Here's Toxicity, and here's Total Power. Yeah, like I could just spend all my time, like I could say no pre-grades, get the stream done sooner, sale's a sale, oh, you bought some cards, you bought some slabs, I'm out of here, right? And then I could just go pop off and just be pre-grading my own cards. You see what I'm saying? But I bet you those apps don't even do a good job. Apps are always like, oh, there's an app now, and then you open it up and it's, it's just some guy trying to make money on an app. I bet you he makes a lot more money than me. Through probably through ad revenue, or maybe there's a premium version. He probably makes way more than me. You know what I mean? Technically, you will not make 100 because you're not taking in how much it costs to grade. You get the concept though, right? Here's Mr. Mark. I'm just here for the vibes and throw a Marvel Rivals tournament. Ooh, Marvel Rivals. It's $3. Hey, mister, what's up, Terry? Bye, and grade. It's for dude like me and others who don't want to drop 40 bones on a 9 or less. That Jolteon. Well, not only that, but I'm pretty good at detecting if your card will fail the black label. And I bet you those apps can't do that. Like I would doubt that somebody's got an app that good. I don't think they do. Hey, Cody, I'm doing great. I live in Florida. Ha 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 ha. I'm putting new Star Wars through mobile. I don't have my pictures edited. It's okay. We'll edit later. CC files. That's right. TCC. So here's Mr. Carlos. You know, you don't have to buy the pre-grade, by the way. You can do anything you want over here. You can get a Waifu Shuffle. You can get a live custom. Those have been very popular recently. Carlos Chaveras, 2 Nikkei BT01. All right, so like Mr. Carlos here, he just wanted to open some sexy girl cards. What do you think of that? All right. Yeah, it's kind of funny. You're like beating me up on one of my services that are actually pretty positive. There we go. You could be going after one of the things that actually makes me profit, right? There we go. You could be criticizing something that actually makes money. I don't really make money from pre-grades. It's just kind of a nice thing I offer. All right, here goes. Mr. Carlos. Snipping time. There we go. $3 is like enough for one bean burrito these days. There you go. One farty bean burrito. Okay, ooh. Here's... Oh, look at this. Okay, lovely head nurse. And boop, 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 boop. The 2 girls who are hanging out because of Merry Christmas. Not being a hater or troll, just asking a question. Sure, if you got any other questions, I'd be happy to answer them. I think we have a really, really special card shop over here. We've been running for 7 years now. 7 years. 7 years, and we're still busy somehow, despite the fact that there's a million different places doing the exact same job. There's still a great community here, and I feel like we have very special moments together. We have awesome PSA and tag returns. We offer $30 tag middleman grading. You do none of the work. I send it in. I do the shipping. I take care of all of it. And the turnaround's pretty decent as well. You know, look at that. They give us priority turnaround is what he told me when we signed up. Guys, is Mr. still offering that special for first-time buyers? Yes, if you're a first-time buyer, I'll pick out a special card for you. That's for Mr. Carlos. Let me grab you a bag, Mr. Carlos. Let's see. All right, Carlos. I do have a bag. Carlos Suro. Aha! Imagine if Walmart had Nikkei. Have you thought about being a vendor? I think being a vendor could be extremely profitable. It's just that we have such a great thing going on over here. I don't even think it's necessary. You know what I have thought about doing? I have thought about hiring somebody to be a vendor for our brand, and I supply the product, and then you just go out and hang out at a Collecticon, and that's it. You just help people buy stuff. So, you know, I notice when I go to the Kansas City Collecticon, I notice that I see some big brands like Collector's Cash. I'll see Collector's Cash up there, but the actual owner of Collector's Cash will not be the one running the booth. So if I had somebody who wanted to, you know, be a vendor for me and run those, that would be cool. But I think I would, on my best use always is to have me in this seat doing my usual stream like clockwork. That's my best time use. Take a picture of these wonderful consignment slabs. Time to take these down and put them in the consignment channel. I would hire you to dance. Do you enjoy dancing? I'm a good dancer. You guys don't know that about me, but I'm a good dancer. I'm classically educated on dancing. Let's see. I just don't dance very often. I bet my wife would like it if we went dancing. Here we are. Ooh. I can do that, mister. I already vend card shows. Poor mister, not enough time in the day. Yeah, exactly. I'm at that point where if I had somebody who I really trusted. There we go. All right. Well, you know, that was supposed to be John, sort of. That didn't work out super well. Remember John? But, you know, if I had somebody who I really trusted, we could do all kinds of stuff. We could open up a card shop, for example. That'd be cool. You know, there's a little card shop out here in Lake of the Ozarks. They're not very good. We could crush them easily. We could buy, I have the ability to acquire a larger building than this guy does. And then so we could get a more comfortable, larger building. And we could get the variety in that building that he can't do either. So there's a little card shop out there, and he succeeds because I don't challenge him at all, and I don't really want to. But if I had a business partner who wanted to open a card shop and wanted me to, I don't know, maybe finance it or something, but not actually operate it, that could be a thing. So there's lots of opportunities out there all the time for those who have a lot of energy. Let's see, we got, ooh, look at this. Oh, poor John. What could have been? Yeah. Let's see. That was up to him. Let's see. Here we are. I have thousands of references to prove that I'm trustworthy. Are the references in the room with us? No, I'm just kidding. So here's these. I'm just giving you a little tease. So these are some more consignment slabs. You'll notice they're Cardconomist graded slabs. These were sent in by a friend, Jimmy Torres, who said he wanted to sell a couple of these. All right, very good. Okay. I offered Mr. Don't Trust Me. I offered Mr. Don't Trust Me. I think what it is it would be easiest if it was somebody who was living out here in Lake of the Ozarks already. That's the hardest part. Like, I don't think I'm about to move. And I don't know how it would work with us being like in separate places. So that's the hardest part, because I think I'm the only one in our group in Lake of the Ozarks. Go. I'd let Alexis do it. We are. I don't think I can trick Alexis into doing it. Well, are you saying gay people fail at everything? Don't be a bigot. Who are you talking about? Do you think John was gay and that's why he ultimately failed? Says Mr. Russ. No. John had problems, so that was his issues. I don't think John was gay, right? John was straight. Can you read my message? The only message I see, oh, here it is. I have heard a lot about John. What happened that you guys separated? Well, it didn't really involve me at all. It was just poor choices he made, and that got him in trouble down the road, and then I had to let him go. So I wasn't really involved at all. It was mostly his stuff, his sort of like, you know, off-work behaviors. Here in the Coachella Valley, there are only 2 card shops, and their inventory is always really limited. They rarely have anything in their slabs and card selections. Pretty poo. Let's see. We don't speak of such things. I do it, but I'm older. I'm on the verge of retirement. All right, so let's see. Let's see what's going on over here. We just cleaned up some of these consignment slabs. You know what we don't have? We do not have a... well, we don't... Let's see. We've got a couple gem slabs. Look, we've got this Jumpluff. And we've got Xerneas. Nobody jumped into the Xerneas either. And we have Pikachu. So those are some gym breaks. They're a small way to take a risk on a card. But what we don't have is a giveaway setup. So let's start there. Here's our lovely Lucario. And let's hit refresh on this. The giveaway keyword will be TCC. So I'm going to give you guys a nice card today. Let's see. Send you a message in Discord. Sounds good, man. What would being gay have to do with it? Says Mr. Cody. I do it, but I'm older. We don't speak of such things. That's right. Oh, by the way, it was a Christmas miracle. Miss Alexis came in and got all the shipping done. She worked until like 2 a.m. in the morning, dude. And it was 5 degrees outside, and it had freshly snowed. Did you know that? She got it all done, and then she managed to make it home, no car crash. How do you guys like that? And she had to drive up a big highway hill. So, yes, we are grateful for Miss Alexis. She is the shipper now, and she does such a good job. Here's Jesus Aguilera, 5 Tiers of the Planet. Ooh, Tears of the Planet. All right, let's toss this over here. 5 Tiers of the Planet. Where am I hiding these? Let's see. All right. I think this is it. Haha. 1, 2, 3. There we go. 4, 5. Perfect. Haha. Ooh, lovely. Let's go ahead and snip. Snip number 1. And snip number 2. And snip number 3. And the last snip. Hawaiian, we don't speak of such things. What? There we go. You could trade the Gold Star Gyarados toward the first edition Zard. Yeah, I suppose I could. But you know, it's funny. I don't want the Gold Star Zard more than the Gold Star... I don't want the first edition Zard more than the Gold Star Gyarados. So I actually prefer to have the Gold Star Gyarados. Here's Dine. Here's Soldier Candidate. Ooh. Hey, what's up, Mr. Pedrick? Do you still have Evolving Skies booster boxes / cases? Yes, sir. I have, I think, like 5 cases of it. There you go. It's been a very fine holding for me. Here's Glenn. Glenn Beck. I have Japanese promo Zard, and the price went up suddenly from 99. And here's Titus. He keeps things pretty tidy, I hear. All right, there we go. I'll move this bulk over. I didn't clean up all the bulk from last time, so it's all kind of, it's like leaning over like a tower pizza. There we go. All right. Jesus, let's find your bag. How's it going, man? Hope you're having a great day. Today's safe word is soy sauce. I had soy sauce today. I had sushi today. Man, sushi's good. I had tuna roll sushi, and it was actually pretty good. I'm very pleased with it. The other thing I had for today, so I had 2 meals. I had the sushi and a big baked chicken. So I thought I did pretty good in terms of eating healthy. I didn't eat much processed food, unless you count sushi as processed. I guess it's a little processed. Maybe the seaweed. Here we are. But the baked chicken's just a baked chicken. Yeah, I felt pretty good afterwards. Felt very full. Here's a Pat Gibbs order. He says, shipping in 1 Pokey Shuffle. You got it, man. All right, you ready? You're sitting on roughly $70,000 in Evo Skies. Here it is. Boop. All right, look at that. Wow, that's such a good pull, Mr. Pat. Let's get your bag. Who's this? PDX. Mr. Pat. Patrick Gagne. That's not you. Patrick Mallard. Patrick Brady. Is everyone named Patrick? Here's a Petra. Pokidome. Pape Churro. Poppy Churro from 12/24. Wow, that's expired. Who's leaving their bags over here? They said, why don't you have some free cards tonight? Do you ever feel scared if Pokemon drops you have so much money in Pokemon? Gosh, man, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like timing the market and all that, right? Here you go, Pat. I found your bag. Appreciate it, man. Not really, I guess. I mean, it already dropped before in 2023 and 2024. And I mostly just kept all my cards. All right. I do not know, man. There we go. At the end of the day, I still have my house, I guess. Yeah, it's a pretty bad risk for me if it all collapsed. Will it, though? I don't know. I feel like it's become a part of society. Card trading is like, who here played RuneScape and remembers the Grand Exchange? Pokemon cards are like the Grand Exchange now. You know, not just Pokemon, but all the different collectibles. People love to buy and trade things, not just to own stuff, but as a hobby itself, you know, just to have something to work on. By the way, I can see we got 14 likes. Smash that like button for me, guys. Let's get the likes a little higher, will ya? If you get those likes up, I'll run the TCC giveaway slab sooner than later. All right, let me print this. Did it drop or just not go up insanely? Pokemon will only go up. Drops aren't real. Yeah, it certainly feels that way when the market's on fire. But then when, you know, the auction prices start coming in and, you know, price after price is down, down, down. You start going, ugh. You get this kind of sick feeling like maybe I should just sell this stuff. You start looking around for ones you don't like anymore. You're like, I don't even like this one. I should get rid of this one. So, you know, when the market's very crazy, you start hoarding everything. And when the market cools off, you're like, sell, sell, sell. No matter what people have their money in, they always at least think for a second sometimes about what if. Yes. All right, we're checking the website. Let's see what's going on the website. Oh, website's clean. There's no orders on the website. So we have a second together. There's no orders in the queue right now. Short wait time. I know you guys like to hear that. Let's work on something. I think we need to get a mega pack break first. I think that's the first thing we work on. Here's a chilling, whatever it is. Here's one of these. Here's one of these. Here's one of these. Here's one of these. Here's Coochie number 8. What else is back here? Anything else? Gotta be more stuff back here. Here's a Fast and Furious. Let's get another one. Let's get one of these. So I'm gonna get one of these. So this is V-Star Universe, and it's exclusively in this pack break. So you're not gonna buy this off the menu. It's in the jumbo pack break. Here's one of these. So maybe Weiss heavy this time. Get a little Nikkei. Okay, these are real popular ones, by the way. That's why you see Jeff Leon picking these up. Those are real popular. Ooh, okay, a couple Weiss girl card sets in there. Let's get a couple Pokemon as well. We got to get some Pokemon. So I like to grab these 3 sets right here. They're very cool. Okay, Death's Arrival, Phantasmal Flames, and Mega Evolution. Good. Now, we got to get that new set, the new Mega Dream. So the new Mega Dream's got to be in there. Let's get a Rocket Pack in there. And what else is the other new set? The Nihil Zero, right? Nihil Zero. Ow. Just smacked myself with the pack. I whipped it out too fast. There is Gem 2. And what else is cool? Let's get one of these lovely OP13 packs. Did you guys know we've got fresh OP13, right? Isn't that right? We got a fresh case of this. This is fresh. So there's a fresh case of that. And let's see, what else? We just need like a couple more cool things. Oh, I always do one of these because I got so many of them. There. Let's get one of these. Nobody ever orders this. Let's get one of these crappy Harry Potter cards. We'll put it in there for like $1 or something just to be funny. And what else? Something weird. I'm trying to get some weird stuff in here. Ooh, how about a Ninja Turtles pack? Those are cool. All right, so we got a vintage Ninja Turtles pack that used to cost 59 cents, printed by the Topps Company, by the way. So there we go. Do you allow notification text on eBay? I could not imagine if you did, because I'd turn them on. It's insane. I don't think I do. All right, look at that, guys. Yeah, I don't think I do. I do get notifications from eBay, though. But usually if I, like, sold something. So let's find out what this costs. Now, I'm pretty sure the Ninja Turtles is a $10 pack, right? They're not exactly cheap, but they're not, like, super expensive either, considering how old they are. Let's see. Other card sets. Yeah, the Ninja Turtles really don't get bought that often when you think about it. There it is, Ninja Turtles, $9. So these are $9. Okay, get a lot of cards out of one pack. We'll put this in for $1. That's the usual 6. What are these? Weiss, Japanese. One Piece, there it is. OP13's 11. Wow. Pricey, man. Okay, that's Gem 2, which is like 6 or something, right? And this is 4. And this is 2. And this is 7.5. And this is 10. And this is 11. And this is, it should be 11. And this is, what is that, like 5 or 6? Weiss Japanese Fuji 2 is 6.5. So that's Fuji 2. There's some very sexy possible pulls in there. Why Sneak K, one of the best-selling packs on the menu. This is in English. Goes for $9 a pack. That's one of the best-selling cards. Sneaker Bunko. We've been selling more of this over time. I've been letting you guys know I have an unbelievable amount of this in stock, so you got a lot of chances for a big hit. Now, this V-Star Universe, I think would normally, it would have been like 15 bucks or something like that, right? So 15. Here's Hidden Legends. I'll say 4. Resurgence of Power. I'll say 5. Coochie will be number 3. This can be $4. This can be $5. This can be $2. We can put this up for like $4 or something. And this can be for, I guess, $3. So we're at 145. So all this, and there's actually still $15 left. That's really cool. So $15 left. Let's pick out some more stuff. I'm going to go with, I got one of my favorites right here. I think this one adds so much value for the cost. So Blue Sky Stream, definitely a Blue Sky Stream. And then another card that adds value, huh? 15 bucks. What about something that doesn't get opened very often, that ought to be opened more often, but people don't think of it? Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe like a Dragon Ball pack. I don't think this is even on the... This is not even on the menu. So there's a Wild Resurgence. And I don't know what that would go for normally. Let's say $7. I think that's pretty standard. Let's grab a Minecraft pack. Just some stuff you don't see all the time. All right, I think that's good enough. Digimon. Yeah, we don't have any Digimon, though. Walmart has some Union Arena. Union Arena. Yeah. Let's grab one of these. That's it. It's full. We've got it. The pack break is ready. So now we have a full pack break, everybody. Okay, a couple unusual ones here, guys. So that's 1 in 4 odds, $40 buy-in. Look at that pack break. There's no way it's even going to fit. That one's really fat. I think it's this Topps pack in the front. There's a lot of cards in that pack, you know. Let's see. Oh, baby. We're going to make it fit. Ooh. Ooh. So you guys love this. You guys love this, like, crazy mixed up gobbledygook. And then it's just pure chaos. So the chaos is a lot of fun. Okay? Pure chaos. Put that away. I believe we have to correct the price of Freerin. That's another thing I got to do. So we found out Freerin is not going to be so expensive. It's not going to be $38 per pack. In fact, it's going to be $18 per pack. All right, Freerin, $18. There you have it. Update on that. How many packs were in a box? Like 12 or something? 18 times 12, 216 then. Okay, so 216. We're going to hit save on that. Any Bidoof slabs? Any Bidoof slabs? Any Bidoof slabs? I don't think so. I'm going to head over to the website and correct the Freerin price now. So update on the Freerin price. We did find a cheaper case. Mr. Jeff Leon helped out with that. Would you sell the Harry Potter for $1? Would I sell it for $1? No. He's special in the Mega Break for $1. So you can buy him for whatever the menu price is. That's the standard price. But because he's in the Mega Break, he gets to be on sale. So the Mega Break's kind of fun because sometimes it gets some like clearance special pricing. All right. Your Destin is under market by a lot. Destin Rivals is under price. I'll take a look into that. Okay, so give me a second. We're going to say Freerin. You're talking about Destin Rivals, is that right? Oh, is Freerin not on the menu? Freerin. Oh, hold on. Let me try this one more time. Weiss. All right, so we're going to put a freeze on the Destin Rivals for a moment. We're going to correct that, okay, guys? Ah, here it is. I found it. Weird. When I type in Freerin, it doesn't find it. Was I spelling it wrong? Maybe I was spelling it wrong. Okay, we're going to hit update. All right, so Freerin's updated. Let's go take a quick look at Destin Rivals. You know, funny enough, that's one of the sets that was selling recently. It's weird. You can almost find out whatever is underpriced on the menu by whatever's selling fastest. But let's take a quick look at this and see if he's actually right about that, because he might not be right about that. Let me mute this. Give me a moment. Buy it now, gang. Reward time. Well, hold on. It actually does have to be under price for me to change it. There's multiple ways to obtain a product sometimes. So I don't know if I agree. Let's see. Our price is 11, right? I think that might be correct, 11. Let's see. Let's see. Here we are. And we'll grab this. We'll grab this. All right. So he's got me testing it. Might be able to raise it by like $1 if I wanted to. I don't know if it's worth it yet. Let's see. How about this? Let's see. We're spending all this price doing this reprice now. Divided by 6. Yeah, we could raise it by about $1. We could raise it by about $1. Mr. House Quipper, is she still sick? Yeah, so she's actually feeling ill again, unfortunately. It's not really a significant change, but it's at a point where if I went to go restock it right now, it looks like I would not be able to sell it and not lose a little bit of money when I sell it. All right. I wonder what else has fallen behind in price. You think there's any other significant price problems? Let's see. I bought a ton of Destined Rivals in the past. I bought like 6 cases, 7 cases. One of my favorite sets because it's a Team Rocket set. Just big fan of it. And what I might do is when I run low on it, instead of going through my inventory, I might just buy more of it as we go, you know. If you're going off booster boxes, mister, you're way too low. You're welcome. No, we're not going off of booster box prices. That's the thing. We're not going off of booster box prices. All right, let's see. But you know, just to be up to date on this. Let's see. Divided by 21, divided by 25, divided by 6. Yeah, so the amount of money that I make on the Destined Rivals is so small. It's like $1. All right, I'll buy some spare Destined Rivals. I love it that much. I'm just going to buy some spare Destined Rivals right now, guys. All right, back to it, everybody. Let's see what the next order is. Christopher Houghton, he says, Mr. Please, 1 Japanese Mega Dream times 1. You got it. Mega Dream time, guys. He said Japanese? Oh, yeah, Japanese. Okay. We don't want to grab the wrong one. Where am I hiding those Japanese? There they are. Where do you get your packs off of booster bundles? We are. Various places. All right, we're snipping. And 1 Japanese 151. Let's get the 151 before we open this. Hold on, let's get that 151. Oh, man, I got a bunch of 151, too. Back in the day, they did a big reprint on it, and I bought like 12 cases of it. My Japanese vendor, he's like, quick! I don't know if I did well or not yet, because I can't remember what I paid per case on them. So these would have to go up in price for me to do well on them. Have fun skiing without me, NHCC. You going skiing? Here's Yen Omega. All right, Christopher Houghton, thank you so much for that Saturday order. All right, cool, bro. Mr. Chris. All right. Yeah, we get our packs from booster bundles. The booster boxes are going up in price. That's correct. Here we are, Christopher Houghton. Yeah, those booster boxes are nice, aren't they? But they're not the only way to get the product. Yeah, I love that product. It's a Mewtwo set, but there's so many other good cards in the set. Lots of Misty cards, lots of good holos, by the way. That's one of the things I like about that set. I like all the Team Rocket cards. A lot of reverse hollows and hollows you could probably grade if you wanted to. So much fun to open. You should try it out. If you guys haven't opened any Destined Rivals, give it a try. Mark J. Valerian says, for a box of Pokemon Japanese Nihil Zero, also, what does Nihil mean? I don't know. I actually do not know. Pricey slab, safe to display, damage worries me. Now, what do you mean by that? You mean like in the sun? What do you mean safe to display? And what counts as pricey? There we go. I have recently sent off a large chunk of my cards to the PSA vault, to protect them from disaster, catastrophe, something that, you know, like ends me like a tornado. Category 5 tornado barreling through Missouri. So I've portioned off. I'm diversifying where my collection is stored, essentially. And it's tough because I want to be with my cards. You know, like that's the whole idea. I want to be with them. I want to hang out with them. I want to look at them. I want to flip through them, you know? And so it's hard to let them go. I try to let duplicates go. I have almost 400 items in PSA Vault. And so I moved off a very nice chunk of cards. And that reduces how much I have in one place. There we go. Tempted to do that with another vault company. There's technically 2 vault companies, Fanatics and PSA. And so I'm tempted to do that with Fanatics, which used to be PWCC Vault, which I have actually stored stuff with PWCC as well in the past, but I stopped doing that at some point. There we are. I once had a Jungle Booster box at PWCC for a while. All right. Bought it for $15,000 in a PWCC auction. Paid the money, and then I just kept it over there for a long time. I haven't really opened any booster boxes in the last year just because prices are so insane. Occasionally you get an okay deal, but still can't forget $100 booster boxes like Chilling Reign. You know, the way it is right now, it just might not go back to that for a while, you know, because think about it. Sets like Destined Rival are already set at $400, and it's been out for over a year now, or I think it's a year or something like that, maybe less than a year, but it's been a year now, and they're busy printing other sets. Like Prismatic's going to get reprint because it's a specialty set, but now they've got Ascended Heroes too. So they're probably done with 151, for example. They're not going to do that one. I don't know how much focus they're going to give Destined Rivals. Maybe they'll print it a year later, but they got to move on to the next sets, right? Well, what about Black and White? That could be reprinted, you know? So there's a lot of sets for them to work on at this point, and they just can't endlessly print one set over and over and over again. So I don't think you're going to see like $100 booster boxes of any of these recent sets. What you have now is what you're going to get, and it could get worse from here. That's the craziest part. So you think it's expensive now, but maybe it's time to just look at it like it is. It's a premium product. It's a premium product. Pokemon cards are premium, and maybe Pokemon in the future will print so many they won't be so premium. But this era is a premium product. This time period where Pokemon has sort of like a bottleneck, a constraint on how much it can print, that is a premium product for now. I haven't really opened any booster boxes in the last year just because prices are so insane. I want to be with my cards too. They're in the house. I haven't seen them in 15 years. What? Oh, you got to dig them up. We are all right. You got to dig them up and grade them then. You know, if you got some old baseball cards or something like that, you got to go find out if any of those have some value. Here's the bird. PSA Vault is going to be a Grand Theft Auto 6 heist. Could be. You never know. I'm having trouble placing an order through the website. Do you have to enter all the fields that say optional? Oh, I don't know. If you ever have trouble using the website, what you should know is that you don't actually have to use the website. Lots of people order the old style. Do you know what the old style is? You buy off of the menu in the description of the YouTube live stream. So if you actually open the description, you'll see everything for sale. Oh! I love it. It's the crazy Mega Starmie. Hey, look at that, Mark. You're having some good luck lately. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but Mark's getting kind of lucky. Look at that. He got the checklist. Now you got Mega Starmie. Hell yeah, dude. All right. But as I was saying, you can use the website Or you can just send money directly over PayPal, Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, even crypto. So that's the alternative way to buy cards. There's 2 total ways to buy cards: the website or direct payments over PayPal. You just send the money over with the note saying, I bought this or I bought that. You can say in the note, like 10 packs Destined Rivals. And then I get an email for that and I open them up. In fact, probably 70% of all orders are just ordered that way. They're just people sending money over saying, hey, open this, open this box up. Like Mark, he sent me 120 with the note on PayPal, and now we're opening Mark's box, and he just pulled a star me. We are. So there's 2 ways to order: the website or direct payments, where you just tell me what you bought. Either way works. New people like to use the website. Nothing wrong with that. I think some people really like it. The website's interesting because it does all the math for you when you're buying stuff. So that's one of the benefits of the website. All right, that's what happens when Patrick Star and Starmie have a child. I like that they did that with Starmie. Some people complained about it, but I actually think it's really funny. Look at that. It's such a bizarre look. It definitely looks like some sort of spaceman bad guy or something like that, doesn't it? It's so weird. All right, let me open my drink. I'm still drinking these lemon waters. They're more expensive now. They went up in price. I hate it. It's like they know that we're buying these. Excuse me. All right, Mr. Mark. So, we'll grab this. Ooh. Suicide Squad bad guy, I think, is what it made me think of. It's Cactuar Queen. Hello, Cactuar Queen. How are you today? All right, we're going to jump right over here. You're sounding better, mister. I'm feeling better. Miss KT, I see you almost placed an order. It says pending. So your order was pending. I think there was like a step that you needed to complete, and then it would have been done. Here we have John Lohman. What? John Lohman, he's buying something on the stream. What? Where's this coming from? Hey, what's up, John Lohman? All right. Very good. Do you still have a bag? I don't even remember if you have a bag, dude. If you got a bag, it's like super old. Let's see. Ugh. Joey Barton, John. Well, you don't have one up here. He says, I doubt it. Let's see. Ugh. Jonathan, Joseph. You might have a bag somewhere. It might have been like abandoned and moved off of the boxes for my convenience, but it might exist somewhere actually. So we need to price up a couple cards, guys. We got to get the rotation done like this. Haha, see these? These are part of the rotation. John, our John? No. This is a different John. This is John Lohman. John Lohman. Ooh, Misty's Magikarp for 34. Meganium for 50. Meowth for 25. He's pretty cute. What is this? 1 to the Dome. Topps Halo. That's Topps Halo. Graded 10. Super hard to get that 10, man. Okay, this is Electric Breaker. Magaton. Shouldn't be so cheap, man. I feel like I should just regrade him with PSA. Yeah, I should do that. I should just crack that one. And there's Lugia. Silly Lugia. All right. Thanks, John Lohman. There's one person in the jumbo pack break now, everybody. Here's Alan Doan. 1 box of the Japanese Team Rocket. You know, it's weird. This is selling a little faster, the Japanese Team Rocket. Just out of the blue. Let me go grab it. I think people miss this set. It's a really fun set. All right, here we are. Whew. Okay. It's Tony Lee Leia. Hey, what's up, Tony? How's it going, man? I remember the apartment and the cat puke. Yep, it's a long time ago. It was a condo, and that cat was a projectile vomiter. Here we are. Mister, give me the Mewtwo box. Yeah? Give you the Mewtwo box? You're talking about that, right? What does he mean by that? Where's our boy Rockstar Mahi? Yeah, he hasn't been here. I miss him. Hey, what's up, Isaac Morgan? How's it going, man? Hey, what's up, guys? Type in TCC if you guys want a chance for this giveaway slab tonight. That is a PSA 10 Lucario. Alt-Art Mewtwo. Oh, give you the box that has the Mewtwo in it. I hope so, man. Good luck in there. It's certainly easier to pull him out of the Japanese set when you think about it, because the Japanese set only has the Glory of Team Rocket cards in it, right? Like if you try for the Destined Rivals version, which is maybe the more desirable version, but if you try for that, that's harder to actually get because the loot table is larger, so it dilutes your odds, dilutes your chance. All right, so better chance for Mewtwo in these Japanese packs. Snippet 1. Snippet 2. I know another thing we need to work on. We need to work on a fresh binder break. The last one went off. He means pull him the Mewtwo. Yeah, I didn't get it at first. And snip and lose. I've been gone a little while. Has the schedule changed at all? No. Something terrible. What was your previous name before it became something terrible? All right, here goes. Code. Nato King. Rawr. Code. There's no more nighttime streams. What? What do you mean? No more nighttime streams and evenings. Here's Gorbis. No, there's evening streams. Here's the Meowth. Oh, yeah. Lovely. That's one of the best ARs that you can pull other than the Houndoom. So you're doing well on this box so far. Little Holo Zapdos. This is technically a nighttime stream in the East Coast. If you don't want your junk, by the way, just let me know. Okay. We'll get you a spot in the trade break. Here's Persian. Zamazenta. Okay. Oh, it all changed, man. It's all different, bro. It's all changed. Here's Wobbuffet. You're not the same guy. You can keep the junk hollows. What? I can just have them? Well, I'll give you a spot in the break anyways to keep it moving. Here's the hollows. You want the EXs? So you said the hollows. Do you care for the EXs? I'll give you the EXs if you want those. I treat them like hollows because they're all just sort of this thing no one ever grades. But I can do stuff with them. See, I have tricks. I have tricks like I'll dump them off into the binder break, or I'll dump them into the live custom boosters, or I can put them into, so I could put them into junk packs, something like that. So I always have a way to do something with them. What? Golden Crobat. I swear we just pulled one of those. Did we just get double Golden Crobat? I swear we just pulled a Golden Crobat. All right, there it is. I feel like on new release days, when you have the product, you should do a late night stream to sell more of the new release. That's true, that's true. Well, it's a new release date for 2025 Topps Chrome Star Wars. You know what that means, everyone? 4-hour stream. We're going to have to stay for 4 hours, guys. What do you think? 4-hour stream? I'm thinking 4-hour stream, man. Oop. I don't know if I can do 4-hour stream, but maybe 3 hours. Ooh. All right. You can keep the junk hollows. Yeah, the EX, please. All right, so we'll put this here. We'll put this here, 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 and here. So normally this pile here would not be enough to get a spot in the trade break, but it's got amongst them one of my favorites. I like this Tyranitar Hollow. I'm a big fan. So you're going to get that spot. All right. And these are going to go into your bag. Ooh. AFH Iona, something terrible mentioned. Atifa Fuller. I'm thinking, I want to, what? There we go. Islandon. How many of those staffed Tyranitars do you have? I don't know, actually. I own a couple of them. That's the staffed Tyranitar, which is a rare promo. Now, the spot on the slab. Here it is, the trade slab. You can get rid of your junk cards to get a spot in the trade slab. Okay. This is going to go to 3. Good. Any cacturn laying around? Cacturn? Not really. Is the bounty being drawn today? Oh, it's bounty time, guys. It's bounty time. You guys got to get yourself into the bounty. Last night, yeah, we should draw it tonight. Here's Miss Janice. 1 spot in the jumbo pack break. The rest on Pokey Shuffles. Oh my gosh. So she wants 32 Pokey Shuffles. Wow, that's crazy. So here you go, Miss Janice. Okay. So what is that, 3 people in here? Or is it 1 person, 2 people? So there's 2 people in the jumbo pack break. We need 1 more person. I'm sorry, we need 2 more people. She wants 32 of these Pokey Shuffles. Good luck. Hopefully you don't get a cold spot. Okay. All right. It's just the luck of the draw now. Sent through ZELLE like you recommended. Nice. That's perfect. We'll get you in that giveaway slab, the ZELLE slab. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Whew. All right, let's get it. Now, wait a second. She also gets 3 bonus cards. Bonus, bonus, bonus. All right, so the last 3 cards were bonus. What do we have? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Gengar. 1, 2, 1, 2. Bulbasaur. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Ooh, could be a tough round. All right, so you don't walk away with nothing. Bulbasaur and Gengar both sound promising, but considering the number of spots, you will want to hopefully break even at least. Let's find out. Hey, gang, what did I miss? Hey, what's up, Andy, man? How's it going, man? All right, let's climb up there and find out. He's got a little check mark next to him. I don't know what the check mark means. That's heavy. Bulbasaur, English, tag 10. Oh, look, they're both the 0-1s. That's so weird. Let's start looking. I think it's this one. Tag 10 001. So he's an $80 Gengar. And how about that Bulbasaur? This is 001? Doesn't say 001 on it. So let's keep going. Oh, it might be the Classic Collection Bulbasaur. That makes me think of Classic Collection. So this one's 001, but it's not tier 10. Oh, it could be this one. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think it's this one. 001 tag 10. That's got to be it. All right, there it is. I wonder if this has gone up in price since I put it in the box, because sometimes that happens. Oh, by the way, now you are allowed to re-roll these if you don't want it. So let me know if we're doing any re-rolls. It's 90% of their value. You've got Gengar 10 and Bulbasaur 10. I'll have a sip now. No re-roll. People who do re-rolls, they like to live on the wild side a little bit. They go, I'll risk it all. Sometimes they re-roll when they have a nice 10 in front of them. Doesn't always make sense. Oh, right. We like to write Steven's name down. Let's do that real fast. Give me a second here. Because we ship under that name. Should make the label Steven and Janice. Every time I write his name, I always think it's Steven with an N after that first issue. And I can't remember if there's an S at the end or a Z at the end. Here it is. Don't forget, there's an N. All right, there we go. Wow, that Meganium is not a normal Meganium. Look at this guy. So he's actually all the way from 2018 Super Burst Impact. Crazy. That's an old set. I'm going to send him in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. How much store credit do I have? Jimmy Torres. Ooh, yes. So I have to extract, what was it, $28? Remind me the amount I need to extract. Meganium. T10. Can I buy ASAP? What, this? You're trying to buy this right now? Yeah, you can buy this right now. I'll set that to the side. I don't know if that's what he meant. This could go in. It's an unusual card. Nah, I would put him in the live custom. He should go in the live custom. He's pretty cute. Magikarp. We'll put him in for... he didn't sell the first time around. Let's put him in for 30. He really ought to go for 35, to be honest. That is a Misty's Magikarp. It's just a matter of time, and that'll be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I believe 28 for the shipping. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to get your store credit card and subtract that amount from it. Misty's Magikarp. T10. Okay. Goodbye. That's up there. Thank you so much, Miss Janice. All right. Kay Taylor. I'm Kat. First time buying, long time watcher. 2 copper coins, 2 Panini Minecraft, and 1 Panini Minecraft. Time to mine. How's it going? Okay, so let me grab you some copper. We were just talking, I think. All right. In my eccentric Discord. We are, ooh. Whoa, those were the last 2 copper coins in that roll. I don't know if I have more. I assume I do. I should go check, I suppose. Let me be right back. That might have been the last 2 copper coins. Okay, that's an empty box. Yes, I do. All right. Whew. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, I get pretty eccentric sometimes, I guess. Yes. I like to think a lot. I like to talk a lot. Those 2 things put together. And nothing boring. You're not allowed to be boring. That's one of the rules. You're not saying something extreme. It gets boring really fast. So let's see what these copper coins go for these days. Nobody ever had fun getting together to talk about, you know, the weather. Wow. Let me check last sold. When I bought these like almost 2 years ago, they really weren't worth anything. They look like they've been going up. They're selling for $10. How? Let me look at the price of copper today. Price of copper. Hasn't changed. Well, no, it has changed. Yeah, look at that. So it reached $6.20 per ounce, or I don't know, per whatever, I suppose. I don't know what it, actually, I don't know what that represents. $6 per something, I guess, for copper futures. How much is 1 ounce of copper worth? Wow. So $6 for raw, unminted copper. Our price on the copper minted coins has to go up. Crazy. Precious metal, the copper coins were only $5. They're now moving to $14. What the? Oh, good. I can update the gold too. So that 1 gram of gold is going to move to 200 actually. And the beast completer coin shall stay the same. Let's head over to the website and update these as well. It used to be so fast to update product. Now you have to update it twice, really. So we're going to say copper. Wow, the copper coins, guys, got pricey. What happened? All right. There's the raw bullion value, but then there's also the cost of minting it. And then finally, there has to be a little bit of money left over for a profit. And then let's type in gold. Are gold grams on the menu? Yes, gold grams are on the menu. Tammy did a great job with all that. We're going to say 200 for the gold gram. All right, we're going to update that. Okay, good. So you have got those lovely coins, though. Look at that. We bought this as a joke, by the way, because we started out selling them for like $3 or something. What the hell? All of a sudden, copper's got value? No way, dude. No freaking way. Damn, I should have bought them all. Yeah, you should have put them all in slab away. All right, let's see. Copper coins jumping in price. Probably because silver and gold cost so much. Now people are going, what next? You know what I mean? Because they like these 1 ounce coins, you know? Crazy. Precious metals, guys. The copper's not even considered a precious metal. It's just an industrial metal. That's all it is. All right, so there they are, your 2 copper coins. They're just a bit of fun. You can see they have a nice mint on them. And, yeah, it's like buying a giant penny, everybody. Except pennies are done, aren't they? We're not doing pennies anymore as a country, are we? I get all that copper I want at my job. I have 3 of them. Dang, that's cool, man. So they went up. They went up over time. I'll make a video about that. 2 Panini Minecraft base and 1 Panini Minecraft time to mine. So these are very fun. If you like Minecraft, then you'll be pleased to know I'm a huge Minecraft fan myself. I played Minecraft for, I don't know, like thousands of hours. A huge nerd. Let's see. Where are we hiding them, though? Not here, obviously. Maybe they're being hidden over here. We just had them because we were... Oh, right. They're in this box. They're in this box. Ugh. So here is your time to mine. Now, you get a free thing for your first time purchase. I'm going to give you a bonus Minecraft pack. That's your bonus, okay? For your first time purchase. And then here are 2 of the Panini base set. So that was like the first one they printed, I think. It's like $6 a pound last time I see. Well, our coin price is based off of sort of like last sold on eBay. So it's like a combination of what it would cost to restock it plus a small premium. So that's kind of how we do it, okay? So there's those lovely copper coins. Let me snip these open. They might come back down in price too, okay? Trust me. But they're very lovely, and it doesn't surprise me that it might cost a little bit to get a coin minted, you know? Anybody else see those videos of the junkies trying to sell copper at the pawn shop? I know exactly what you're talking about. When they come in and they've got like rocks and they're like, bro, I think there's gold in this. If you just, they got like a big rock in their hand and they're like, if you just tilt it in the sun in just the right way. And then a guy comes out with a big gun. It's a gold detector. And he puts it on the rock and he pulls the trigger and he's like, says concrete. You know what I mean? He says, yes, haha. Yeah, he looks at it, says no gold. And the guy's just tweaking out. He's like, yeah, the guys over there, they were following me because they knew I had gold in this rock. Where'd you get it? Well, I found it on the ground over there. You just tilt it in the sun just right, and it just glints, and you just know there's gold in it. Yeah. Ooh, ah. So with these packs, they're a lot of fun. They come with a lot of cute cards, but these are the hits. Their specialty. The glow-in-the-dark cards. So that's a glow-in-the-dark sheep, actually. And the other one is just going to be a nice sort of like similar to like a Topps Chrome style card. Hey, that's me in the reflection. Now you can't really see me though. All right. Nah, it's really funny. I've seen those. Nah, man. I've also seen pawn shop videos where it'll be people coming in with fake items getting angry when they get rejected. What do you mean this isn't real Louis Vuitton? Look at the bag. Nah, bro, this is fake. They look like they're going to like punch the guy. They're going to punch the pawn shop owner as if it's his fault because he won't buy it. They're like intimidating him. You better buy it. You better not tell me it's cheap. All right, what we got here? Ooh. So we've got the Ocelot. Very lovely. Holographic, not holographic, glow-in-the-dark Ocelot. And the Shipwreck. You know, the Minecraft cards are always funny because we go through like time periods where somebody will come in and start enjoying them, and then other people will buy them too. And then all of a sudden, I'll just be like out of them. We are. All right. So what's cool about these, Minecraft is such a well-known game. A successful franchise, powerful brand. Everybody's kids played it. I played it when I was younger. I played it thousands of hours as an adult too, basically. I really love the game. It's just a lot of fun. Good fun with like a family member or a spouse or, you know, anybody. It's a very easy, fun game to play. And with iconic music and everything. So, you know, if you ever really get into these cards, you have to imagine with how hot the card market is, these could actually perform well as a collectible. In theory, they could. Printed by Panini, these are not bad. Panini is a well-known company. They're not just, in other words, they're not just junk if you hold on to them and you believe in their value and maybe their social media value. I could easily see Minecraft cards becoming something that somebody out there is working on, and it drives the value of them up. Okay, so these are the Time to Mine cards. They come out a little bit later, and they have some different varieties to them that are maybe a little more tempting than the base set packs. There's definitely more designs here, but probably the thing that stands out are the sketch cards. They're not truly hand sketched; they're like printed, but the original design was a sketch. Oh, you're getting one right now. So here it is. This is considered like a hit card, but it's not super rare. But here it is. It's called a sketch card. Check that out, everybody. Doesn't that look cool? So I think they get like an original, and then a machine prints a whole bunch of them, and it just looks really fun. So if you could grade up these sketch cards and get actual 10s on them, I think that those would be highly collectible. Oh, ooh, trying to jump out of my hand there. Here's Have Emerald, Will Trade. Okay. So there's some weird ones in there like this one, but those sketch cards are really cool. So that's Time to Mine and the base set, which had the glow-in-the-dark cards, if for anyone else who's looking for some Minecraft fun. Could also have me ship these to you sealed if you got like a kid or you got a nephew or you got something like that. You want to buy a gift for somebody or you want to open them at home. You keep all the cards in the pack either way. All right, so just like that, you have a fat baggie. Thank you for your first-time order. I'll place you on the giveaway slab too, okay? We have a giveaway slab going. All right. Let's see. I just got a PSA return and have a few slabs I think you'll be super interested in, but they're 5-figure cards according to eBay last sold. Sure, show me a picture. I might be interested. I'm also interested in consigning them for you. I can help you sell them if you have anything you want to sell. I'm also interested in trades, all kinds of stuff. All right, so let's get this. That was her first-time order, everybody. And she got an extremely good deal on the copper coins, which apparently are much more expensive these days. Well, the K box and the N box have been so much more busy lately. I don't even think we have room for you. Let's see, I'll put you back here. All right, and we'll put you in this giveaway card. All right, there we go. I got TCCG 10 of one of those sketch cards. Oh, cool, man. So check this out. This is the ZELLE giveaway. If you use ZELLE and you don't see your name on here, you got to place an order and get your name on here, okay? So, Kayla, you're coming in here because you are using ZELLE. Big fan of ZELLE. ZELLE is a bank-to-bank transfer, and as a result of that, there are no fees. That's awesome. And so I'm going to use the leftover money to just keep hosting little giveaways for people who use ZELLE. So the leftover money from ZELLE shall be used for free stuff. What do we got? Oh, that's the Mulgira battle song. Isn't that a cool song? Mr. Mark says, I'd like to donate all of the hollows from my bag to you. What? What do you mean? All right, give me a second. You got it, baby. So, here's some hollows. Here's some hollows. Oops. These are a couple hollows. And here are some hollows. I think you have enough to trade in for a spot on the trade break. I'd like to put you in there just because we got to keep that thing moving. The trade break. All right, so hold on. These are not all hollows. Some of them are non-hollow Gengars and EXs. All right, there we have it. So it's a nice little chunk. Appreciate it, man. He gave me $3 too. I think he was just trying to be nice. Top load that Starmie. You think the Starmie should get a top load? I don't think every card needs a top load, but we can do it. I don't care. There it is. All right. People get addicted to the top loaders. There you go. All right. Did I make the ZELLE cut, says Anyman? Let me check and see if you're already on it. If you paid recently with the ZELLE, you definitely are supposed to be on there. We're going to get you on there, okay? Yeah, anyone who pays with the ZELLE, if we start up a new break and you make a purchase with the ZELLE before that break is over, you're going to go onto it. And we'll run that break for like a week, maybe 2 weeks. Actually, you know, there were a couple purchases tonight. Let's see. Janice needs to go on there. Is Janice on there? Janice needs to go on. Here you go, Janice. Yep, ZELLE is the best. It just is. Can't beat it. Milo Clark. Is Milo on there? Milo needs to go on here. All right, here. This isn't so hard. I can just actually go down the history. All right, cool. So I'll set this over here for the moment. Right there. That's a decent little chunk. I'll set this to the side now. And I tell you what, I'm going to put you in there twice because you sent me $3 too. I'm going to start calling you MJ. What do you think of that? MJ? Like Michael Jackson. Hee-hoo. All right. Ooh. Shimona. Boop, boop, boop. All right. So this is almost over. This guy right here is almost done. It's a really small break, actually. Wow. We just got a really big order in from John Lucas. 6 boxes of Weiss Nikkei. Let's get it, man. All right, I'm bringing in 6 boxes. All right. Ooh. Ooh. Look at that. Ho ho. The videos released in the Jeffrey Epstein are creepy as F. Ooh. What are you finding out from that, Alex? Is there anything interesting that's been found or released? I saw an article that Bill Clinton had not Bill Clinton, Bill Gates. Why are they always named Bill? Bill. That's a name no one's going to name their kid anymore. Bill. Okay, there we go. He got like an STD from like Russian girls, quote, Russian girls or something like that. And he wanted to get like medicine for it. through Jeffrey Epstein in a way that wouldn't like expose him or something. I don't know. Crazy stuff, man. Here we go. All right. That joke about the billionaires eating and killing babies was actually true. Yeah, like Pizzagate and all that stuff. Oh, man. Here's a holo. Censored, sorry. There are some videos on YouTube uncensored. Oh, you mean censored. Oh, man, dude. Are you okay, Annie? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? You got struck by a smooth criminal. Here's... All right. Ooh. Look at that. The pink bubblegum outfit girl. I think when you get too wealthy, like when you're living on a super yacht in Monaco and you're just some bazillionaire and money's almost meaningless, it's like that scary movie Hostel, where you're probably super bored of all the normal, extravagant things you can do, and your tastes probably get richer and richer, and as a result, more and more bizarre and extreme. You know, like what do you actually do when you can do anything? And so, you know, you've got all this problem with the Epstein files being unveiled. You're looking into the secret, naughty lives of billionaires, right? The things they were into or whatever they were doing with each other. And it's turning out to be, you know, pretty degenerate, maybe some of it extremely criminal and evil. And first of all, I'm not shocked. I'm not even slightly shocked. I have like this, I don't know what it is. I have like this toxically grown-up brain where I just assume the worst about the world. So that's my type of brain. And so I just assume if there's a worse thing, someone's out there doing it. It's happening. And so you discover that these guys were, in fact, up to no good. And all I can think after learning about that is, okay, so then there's definitely another island somewhere out there where some other billionaire is definitely up to no good. Because I don't really look at it as this sort of thing that's, you know, some sort of random anomaly that came out of the minds of Bill Clinton or Bill Gates or whoever else was involved. It's probably more like a repeating pattern or some sort of like predictable human behavior thing for billionaires. You know what I mean? There we go. You have to keep an eye on them. You might have to put a little security camera on them or something to see what they're up to. All right, because the assumption is that, okay, well, the Jeffrey Epstein Island's gone, so the evil's gone. And yeah, right, dude. Yeah, right. The evil's not gone. The stuff that we typically as a group, as a society, as a civilization with torches and pitchforks finds wrong and unsavory doesn't just go away because one of the islands was found and gotten rid of, you know? All right, that's box number one. Box number one. Yeah, there might be a point where, I don't know. I don't think it ever truly goes away. And the problem is when you have billions of dollars, you're at the very tippy top. There's just no control over you. There's very few controls. How do you control a billionaire, truly? How do you control a billionaire? It seems like, okay, well, we're going to go after them. And they're going to be like, all right, well, I'm out of here. You know, like that's how it's going to end. They're just going to leave. But I don't know. It's interesting. Like they're going to set up, what I mean is they're going to set up their creepy stuff in some other place. That's all they're going to do. They're just going to set it up in some other creepy place. So it's like, it's this frustrating thing, isn't it? They must need like a billionaire police squad that just tracks billionaires. Ready? Make sure they're not being nefarious. Let's see. Maybe you hope that your society is the lucky one that got the altruistic holy billionaires instead of the ruthless psychopath ones. But that's who becomes a billionaire, is a ruthless psychopath, because that's what it requires. There we go. Alex Jones was right all. Alex Jones, the seer. It is Alex Jones, the speaker of truth. Yeah, that's pretty wild, actually. I don't know how to feel about that. There we go. Pop this over here. People kept making fun of leftists for saying billionaires are evil. Lo and behold. Well, people were definitely making fun of people on the right for saying leftists or billionaires were evil. You had the, you know, you had the whole, what was it called? Pizzagate, right? Pizzagate? That was considered some sort of right-wing weirdo conspiracy or something like that. So I don't think it's isolated to one party. There it is. It's definitely a situation where either party can quickly conclude, like, okay, this has to be taken care of. Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't even have to be an island. There's so many bunkers, people can be doing the same thing in them. Yeah, exactly. All that has happened in this scenario is for a moment, the twisted, extravagant lives of the ruling class of society has been peered into, if even for a brief moment. So what haven't we seen over the last 20 years? What do you think goes on over 20 years that we don't get a glimpse of because it's so well hidden, or because it occurs in a part of the world where they're like, we're not America, welcome, come do this crap, we don't give a crap. You know what I mean? Like, they got different values, morals, they don't have a court system, they're more desperate for money, you know, that kind of stuff. So it certainly goes on in another place for sure. Here's, yeah, it's a curious thing. Let's see. Here's a hollow blanc and a hollow. I'm a billionaire. Oh man, could you imagine if the Pokemon cards went up enough in value one day that I was a billionaire from Pokemon cards? That would be insane. I don't think that would be possible, though. I think that the Pokemon cards would have to... It would never be possible, because the billionaires are people who actually produce a new product, and then they might go out and buy a card for $1 billion, but they're never going to spend the full value of their income on a card. So I don't think it's possible. It is. But you never know. The value of the dollar declines fast and hard enough. Be like $1 billion Zimbabwe dollars, right? That'd be interesting. All right, here's Nikkei. That's why I used to say, by the way, I used to say that Pokemon cards will go up in value just because the dollar will go down in value. The government will print enough money and give it out for free to enough people fast enough that Pokemon cards will just be expensive, and people will be like, where'd all this money come from? Well, we printed it. We printed it and we loaned it out at low interest rates to corporations. First, you got to hodl. Hodl, that's right. Well, I mean, Pokemon cards can be worth $1 billion pennies, maybe. All right. I doubt any party will take action. Everyone's a coward. No harm. Well, the question is, what do you actually do? That's the problem, is they're in power. They have to hold each other responsible, or we have to riot in the streets, perhaps? I don't know. Like, what can you actually do? Like, so, like, if Putin's over in Russia drinking the blood of children or some crazy thing like that, what am I going to do about it? Right? And the answer is not very much. You just kind of got to go, all right. Or Kim Jong-un in North Korea, maybe he's got like 16 girlfriends, and they're not all, it's not a good situation for them. What am I going to do about that? I'm not going to do anything. You know what I mean? I have to sit back and be like, ooh, that sucks. Sucks for them, but not for me. All right, let's keep going. We're looking for a signature, everybody. One siggy, please. So, Mr. John Lucas, you'll be pleased to know we have not pulled a signature, but like a box or two of this has been opened. So we've moved forward by a box or two, and no siggies have arrived yet. Let's see. Here's a hollow. We need Bane from Dark Knight Rises. You will just have to imagine the fire. Here's Anise. All right. Oh, we've got Cat Girl. Meow. Meow. I was born in the darkness, molded by it. That's right. Life is like a Marvel movie, guys. I'm a superhero. Life's like a Marvel movie. We are. There we go. That's all our brains are these days, isn't it? Sort of our brains are this sort of like, I don't know, jigsaw of all the movies we watched growing up over the last 20 years. It's all we have in there anymore. Our personalities have sort of been handed to us by the, our overseers, our content creators in Hollywood, I suppose. Here's a hollow. Storytelling's a big deal, man. The storytellers control people's minds. I don't know if you guys took philosophy class in college or any of that, but, they teach you about that. The paintings on the cave wall story, right? In philosophy, you guys go over that one. I don't know if you guys all learned about that one, but That's the storytellers in the society. They get to decide what your morals are, what your moral axiom is. Because they tell you a story and you fall for it. You go, oh man, that story affected my emotions. It's like, yep, that's what it's supposed to do. It is designed to do that. It's called influence. Oh, yeah. Boop. All right. Law he did, brother. He said Marvel. Is that why you walk into Walls Hawaiian? Batman is DC. Did he really say Marvel? I was referring to the larger concept of people being molded by the superhero movies. I know Batman's DC. I know Superman's DC. Ready? All right. All right. I'm Batman. All right. How about that Batman v Superman movie? I watched that like 10 years ago. It was so bad. They making any good Batman movies? They haven't made any good Batman movies since the Christopher Nolan movies. And even then, they're really good the first time you watch them. The second time you watch them, they're so much harder. Like, you watch them again, you're like, oh, this is doofy, bro. There we are. The cleverness wears off quickly. I tried to rewatch Inception, and I thought, the first time I watched it, I was like, whoa. Second time I'm watching it at home, and I couldn't finish it because it was so bad. It was like unwatchably bad. I was like, this is terrible. Oh, all right. Here's a hollow. A hollow. I enjoy watching Adam West Batman. You're a strange one, Mr. Mark, but that's okay. Adam West. Holy Batmarang. Here it is. Here's... Come on, Siggy. This is a giant $648 order from our friend, Mr. John Lucas, a big supporter. Thank you, Mr. John Lucas. Let's get you a big signature. What's the top chase pull in here, would you say? Okay, here's a hollow. Really hoping something pops out of here soon. This seems rough. Hey, you never know. You know, it's down to the last pack of the last box. Could be the top card pops out. New year, new sword. Ooh, that's cool. Triple R here. But that is the name of the game with these packs. Luckily, the full arts can sometimes net you back a little bit of your money. Okay, here's this girl. She's got a Tommy gun looking thing. There you go. So you know she's a boss. Here's... Okay, a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. And... Aha! The shield girl. Ooh. And a hollow. Very nice. Okay. The newest Batman, the one with the vampire actor. Ooh. The one from Twilight. I don't know, that guy just doesn't exude masculinity enough to be Batman. Just doesn't work. There we go. He always makes me think like teenage heartthrob or something like that when I see him. Very good. Like boy band vibes, you know what I mean? Robert Patterson. He gives me boy band vibes. Like baby, 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 oh. It's not his fault. That's just his phenotype or whatever. Have you seen any of his other movies? He's an amazing actor. No, I haven't seen any of his other movies. I have so much trouble watching movies. I really do. I really do. All right. I just can't get into them. All right. He's pretty solid. One of my favorite pieces of media ever. A TV series made in Scotland, and it's a simple comedy. It's not very complicated. It's called Still Game. I ran into it on Netflix. It's a Scottish TV show called Still Game. And it was made like in the 90s and the 2000s. And it's just like a sort of sitcom kind of thing. Sitcom kind of comedy with a bunch of old guys in it. That's it. It's just old guys. And I find it insanely funny and relatable all the time. Like, every single episode was funny. I watched that show on repeat, must have been like 100 times. I could still watch that show. I could watch it right now. I know, like, all the lines in the show. There you go. Woo. old guys on an island. Oh, Scotland's technically an island. All right, here we go. You ready? I realized things about the show as time went by. Almost every episode of Still Game was about being poor. And maybe, I don't know, maybe I find that relatable somehow. Poverty. Oops. I never really aspired to be like cool or Batman or a hero or any of those things. There were boys like that when I was growing up. There were boys who were like, they would romanticize themselves. Actually, I never forgot about this. I had a brother who, he wanted to be like a firefighter. He would join the Air Force. And he always spoke about himself in a sort of romantic way, like he was a hero. And I never, ever, ever felt those feelings. So I knew he and I were very different. He spoke about himself like, yeah, I'm going to be, you know, like people are going to be so impressed by me because I'm like some sort of like hero archetype or something like that. And it just didn't work on me. My brain never wanted that. It never really looked at it and said, oh, that's exciting. Here's a hollow. Ooh. I romanticized over Zelda in the anime instead. Zelda! Here, what do we have? Ooh. All right. Very nice. Yo, this chick. I sent for a spot in the trade break if someone wants the last spot. Hear that, guys? There's one $5 spot left in the trade break right now. Trade break's ready to go off. Ooh. Look at that. You've got Naga. Okay. Here's a hollow. But the problem was he would talk about himself almost arrogantly. That was the problem. And I've heard other people who are like in the military do this before. I have some friends who are in the military, and it's weird. I don't know how to describe it. They have a very emotional way of looking at themselves that I wouldn't relate to. Here's the bunny girl. Here's the blue-haired girl. Here's this girl, and here's this girl as well. There it is. One box left. Oh, no. Okay, now we can start to panic, Mr. John. Now we can start to panic. It's a fun subject, by the way, the subject of the way that we identify, you know, the way we, and I don't mean like gender and all that, but I mean like humans have this ability to create sort of like a subconscious image of an ideal version of ourselves. And I bet you everyone's got a really different idealized version of what they would like to look like. We are. All right. And maybe that really affects how we turn out later in life. Faulty Towers is good. Yeah, I've watched Faulty Towers like once or twice. The comedy is so unique in that show. It's a really fun show. Yeah, it's very subtle and cheeky. Cheeky, a lot of playing around with language. There we go. Still Game has a different feeling. I don't know how to describe Still Game. Still Game has a feeling of, wow, man, I don't know how to describe it. It gives a feeling almost like your home or something. And I don't mean specifically my home. I mean, like, there's a sort of like family-ish feeling to it. It's a very strange, I don't know how to describe it. It's like you feel like the people in the show are not pretending to be anybody. There it is. And it has a sort of like baked, like a beef stew or something like that. There you go. I'm sure there's other shows that have accomplished this feeling. Maybe like slice of life feeling. I've heard of that term used for animes. Here it is. So it has maybe a slice of life feeling to it. All right, what do we have here? Is a signature guaranteed in a case? Yes, a case will have multiple signatures. So he's gone through 6 boxes, and so far no signature. And this could mean that the next box has a heightened chance at a signature. Okay, you ready? Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Did y'all see the One Piece heist? Estimated $2 million worth of One Piece promo stolen. I did not hear about that. Tell me, 2 million? Ooh, look at that. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. These thieveries, man. 2 million. Tell us about it. Tell us about it. I'll look it up right after this, guys. I'll read the article because I'm assuming he read an article. That card's a hit. That one right there, it looks like it would be a hit. That's a triple rare Blue Water Island. Not to be confused with Epstein Island. Card theft is getting wild. Pokemon card heist in Florida. We are. Realization Marion. Okay. And let me put that there. Here's a holo. Here's a holo. I'm in Florida. I swear it wasn't me. Elon wanted to go to the island. I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, he asked if he was hosting his wild party or something like that, right? That was the language. There it is. John Lucas, a tough round this time. A tough round. So I did not see any Siggies this round. You might be interested in going a little deeper. This. All right. The college promo was already at 500 plus. There it goes. The College X OP promo heist. Let's just see. One Piece theft, 2 million. Okay. Ugh, I don't want to open this in threads. After a Rutgers basketball game, a break-in at a Jersey Mike's arena may have led to up to $2 million of One Piece college basketball cards being stolen. Police confirmed cards were taken, but details are still emerging. Crazy. So the card itself was worth around $375. Who was it stolen from? The actual company? Was it stolen from the game? A break-in at Jersey Mike's arena. Huh. Wow. Crazy. Let's type in Pokemon card theft. And we'll go to news. Let's see the latest news. 2 weeks ago, 2 days ago, Edmond police arrest shirtless suspect fleeing in 12-degree temperatures after Pokemon card heist. I saw that. I saw that. Wow, man. It's like, you know, it's like jewelry. It's like gold. It's like silver. Collectibles have become this commodity that are so hot that there are people dumb enough to steal. Here's a crazy thing. It sounds like, oh, wow, there's a big reward if I get into stealing cards. But I was talking to AI about it, and it was saying that when you steal these extremely expensive products, they're still treated for their actual value, so that when you're tried in court for stealing like $200,000 of cards, that's grand theft. You're going to jail, not for like petty theft, which is what it feels like. It feels like petty theft, but it's actually so much value. You're going to jail for 20 years. You're going to jail for 15 to 20 years for grand theft. You've committed one of the largest thefts in a whole area, which maybe society is still catching up on with the idea that cards might be in that category, but they are. We know that they are. But the thieves just look at it like, oh, this is taking candy from a baby. But if you actually are caught, and you probably will be, if you're caught trying to offload them, trying to sell them, you will end up going to jail for 15 to 20 years. And so it's not a small crime. It's a crime with a humongous punishment at the end that is very close to like killing somebody, essentially. It's a very serious crime because the cards have so much value. So the same thing that tempts you to go steal them is the thing that's handing out a 15-year, jail sentence. All right, John Lucas. So it's kind of scary because if you have like a teenage son or like a 25-year-old son and he's like, bro, I could just steal this $50,000 cards from my local card shop. And then he goes and does it. And he's just thinking these are some Pokemon cards. He doesn't think, he just did the equivalent of grand theft and $50,000 in value. He just committed a massive theft. And the moment he gets caught, and again, I think in a lot of cases they do get caught, the moment he gets caught, he's toast. He's going to jail for a very long time for that, because they're not going to say, oh, it was a Pokemon card. It's all good, bro. They're not going to do that. They're going to treat it as a $50,000 theft. They are. Speaking of gold and silver, did you see the crash? I did hear that there was a crash. Let me see. Silver price crash. I'm sure all the silver guys are going to say something like, let's see, silver price today. They're going to say like, oh, it's a manipulation. Wait, I can't find it. Oh, wait, is it under this? Why is it so hard to find silver price? Silver price. Ah, here it goes. Silver's sitting at 85 now. Wow, that's a big correction. It hit a high of 115 and now it's sitting at 85. Let me look at gold. Court officials looking at the buy now price on eBay for cards. It's a funny image. Well, you know, it's real. It's real because those cards really do sell for that amount of money. So gold is down from a high of 5,560 back to 490, which honestly is not that crazy. It seems crazy because 560 is such a ridiculous peak. But if you look at it, gold is basically still on track to be higher than it used to be. It's still up. So gold and silver, despite this correction, they're still way up. And you have no idea, because those prices hit such highs, there might have been companies like trying to liquidate into cash and all this stuff, right? There might have been a big drive for cash. You never know. But yeah, you know, Kiyosaki, Peter Schiff, those guys who have been talking about silver and gold all these years, today's their day, you know, or it was anyways a couple days ago. I don't know if they're going to sell out, or they might just keep holding. Why not just keep holding? John Lucas. I just like cards better. It's like, what would you rather have, a gold or fine art? I'm choosing fine art in my case. Well, John, you have a bag, don't you? You have a box. Here it is. Yes, sir. You got a fresh box, in fact. Set this up for you. Got to be the recent Rutgers One Piece collab. Yes. Stealing $1 million in cards. What do you think that would get you in jail for? We could ask AI, by the way. We could ask AI how, if the person gets caught, how long they'd go to jail. Here's Lugia, Queen of Spades, Pikachu, Lugia, Mewtwo, Psyduck, and Lily's Determination. All right, let's take a look at this map. Let's see what's going on here. Ask it, but have it speak to you. There is fine art in coinage. It takes art to design them. Oh, there's fine art in coinage. It's a little bit different. I know what you're saying, though. You're saying they can look like art, but there's a difference between like a big painting on your wall, a card in your hand, and a coin. They all have a very different feel to them. All right, Mr. Terry Sherman, 5 packs of Interspecies Reviewer. Ooh, okay, the Interspecies Reviewer, getting some action. Let's see. I think that's this right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, lovely. This is a kind of a naughty card set, isn't it? Ooh. We have some fresh slabs on the table there, like that Lily's Determination. Is that wrongly priced? That needs to be price updated. I can see Point Down Pikachu is underpriced by $10. So these cards are preparing for their price rotation. Mushroom Girl. Konnichiwa. All right, wait, let's keep these separated. Mushroom Girl gets a sleeve. All right. I'm trying to get you some of these cute girls. There it goes. It takes a designer, just like a card. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've seen it. The card, you know, the coins are getting like art styles that are so sophisticated. It's really impressive. It's just not the same as all I'm saying. You know, like when you look at a coin, you know you're looking at a coin. When you look at the Mona Lisa, you know you're looking at a painting. You know what I'm saying? Okay, here's this girl in bed. And here's some girls doing scrub-a-dub-dub on their titties. And here's a girl with smoke hiding her nips. There you have it. Now, he also wants, can we make a deal on PSA 10, Korean Rocket Houndoom, and Giovanni's Cat? That's a question from Terry Clyde Sherman. Terry, whose cards are you referring to? Yours or mine? Are you talking about graded ones? Are you talking about ungraded ones? That's Terry. You'd like to make a deal, as in you'd like to trade them in, or you'd like to buy them from me. I don't know if you have them or I have them. Mine. Okay, let's take a quick look at what you got. All right. Korean Rocket, Houndoom, and Giovanni's Cat. So they must have been cards you graded. Did they get 10s, I guess? Hey, mister, did you see the article where the guys were messing with PSA slabs and reselling them? No, tell me about it. I'd like to hear it. All right, we have an order. Adam J. Pashuis, what's up, man? A spot in the Mario Kart 9.5. Adam Pashuis. Oh, hold on, let me grab this. Adam Pashuis. You know what this is? You know where these energy cards came from? A long time ago, I had a second pull box for like slabs, and it went on the treadmill, and we would have a walking stream together a long time ago. Remember that? That didn't last. Why? Because I would go live, and it was just a walking stream. And so it wasn't my original idea of maybe having like a stream where I sold cards. Didn't really work. Here's the trade slab. Okay, that's 6. If artwork on coins did matter, that means the Poke coins I got off you should have all been at one price. No, I'm not saying they don't matter. I didn't say that. I just said it. I said it's different. I said it's different. So there are people who just want paintings for art. They don't want coins for art. There's some people who want coins for art. That would be like you. And then there would be people who want cards. And that would be me. I'm saying they're different. I didn't say it didn't have any value. John Lucas already ordered 6 more boxes of Weiss Nikkei. All right. Wow, man. Let me go get those for you. How many did you order? You ordered a total of 6. So that means I have no more sealed ones after this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the last sealed boxes. There are some loose packs left. Less than 1 whole box of them. Wow. So he already knew he wanted to buy these out. All right, let's get it. Mister, you have them there, PSA 10s. I want to trade them in and put money towards slab away. All right, so we just have to agree on a price, and then we're all good to go. Get it there. All right. All right. I think I have an Ogerpon Hearth Flame SIR in my bag. I have 2 at home, so you would be willing to trade for slab credit. Ogerpon Hearth Flame SIR. Oh, an Ogerpon, huh? Gosh. Now, I could look at it, but Ogerpons are pretty hard to move. They are. There's a price for everything, I guess I'd say, but I'm not trying to take on a bunch of fresh Ogerpons. I think I have a bunch of Ogerpons laying around in a box somewhere. I bought a bunch from Tammy at one point when the set came out, and I graded a couple, but not all of them. Okay, you ready? I like Ogerpon. Ogerpon's not a bad design, by the way. I actually don't hate him either. I think Ogerpon design was decent. He does kind of fit in with all the sort of like fairy type legendaries, like Victini and Celebi and the Uxie and all that, Mesprit. Axel, I don't remember his name. So I feel like he does have a Pokemon feeling to him. And I think over time he could be a popular Pokemon. But currently, the Ogerpons from Prismatic, they're tough because everyone's opening tons of Prismatic to get the evolutions. And so there's just Ogerpons laying around everywhere. Every corner's got them. All right, you ready? Here goes. So this is 6 fresh boxes of Nikkei for Mr. John Lucas. He's the big buyer tonight. But we're going to take care of all of your orders. Feel free to send in more orders, guys. We'll bust through these in a timely manner. Thanks, John. Appreciate the big order. Very curious what's in the remainder of this case. Set that there. Okay. These guys were cleaning the rating and serial numbers off of lower graded slabs, cleaning the rating and serial numbers off, and printing higher labels for them. It was on USA Today website. Oh, and did the FBI like catch them or something? Here. The serial number. That's crazy. So it was a real PSA label, but they would reprint it. Is that right? That was one of the things I always suggested could happen with PSA cards. Is PSA cards are such a simple technology, just plastic and ink and a sticker. It's such simple technology, non-complex, that it would not take too expensive of a setup to be able to manipulate the PSA slabs. That is one of the problems with PSA technology, grading technology. So while you got these cards going up to like $100,000, you know, at some point, real forensic thieves, fakers, fraudulent makers, guys who like to create counterfeits, they're going to find a way to generate PSA plastic slab. Oh, you are so lucky you kept going. There you go. Okay, so here's your SSP, and it is Naga. Cool, man. All right, Naga SSP popping out. That was only a box away, huh? Yes, they're in court now. I'm telling you, they're going to go away for a long time, because their kind of crime is actually a expensive crime. If you do a lot of money in your crime, you're going to go to jail for life. So, you know, it's these people who think that, oh, this is going to be like taking candy from a baby. Oh, look at all this easy money I made stealing these cards or something, right? These guys who do that, just because it's a card doesn't mean that, you know, the punishment is going to be different or something. Like, oh, it's just a card. Don't worry about it, bro. It's not going to be like that. They're going to treat it like you were a gold thief or a diamond thief or any of these other serious kind of thief crimes. It's a white-collar crime at some point, but you're going to go to jail for like 20 years. Yeah, what we got? Ooh. They should have another security feature on PSA slabs. Yeah, and so exactly. One of my theories is that really expensive slabs, they're going to start encapsulating them into new types of PSA slabs. It'll be like a high-end slab. This is my theory on what happens next in the competition to, you know, maintain dominance in the grading industry. To maintain dominance, I think that every slab is going to be as advanced as a computer. Because how can you not be putting, like, okay, let's say my Gyarados really is worth $100,000 now. You're talking about a little piece of cardboard like this, just some piece of cardboard is worth $100,000. And what, I can't afford $500 to put it into like a computer level slab with like a computer chip, tracking device, you know, that kind of stuff. So that's the next level. Is there's going to be high level encapsulation. It's going to be like diamond encrusted slabs, that kind of stuff, right? But it's going to have several features to, you know, especially authenticate it. Because what they're going to need is they're going to need fast encapsulation for, you know, the easy to collect cards, right? The cards that are cheap, maybe like $1,000 card. But when a card reaches a stage of being worth, like the Logan Paul card being worth $5 million, when a card reaches that stage, you don't put a $5 million card in cheap plastic. It's time for it to be put into a computer where it belongs. It belongs in a computer. So I think computer slabs will be next. Slabs with chips in them that actually do things. All right. Gonna need to take out a loan to get my expensive card slabbed up. Yeah, well, you know, the idea that a car, a vehicle, like a Toyota SUV is now cheaper than my little cardboard Gyarados. It's just like stupidly outrageous, but it's just kind of how it is. Because people treat the SUV like a utility vehicle. Oh, I need a vehicle to go to Walmart. But the card is the thing that we want. So you want to have the card. That's what makes life spicy and fun. Ownership of something that everybody wants, or you want in particular. Slap on the wrist. All right. Yearly Gyarados 120K after taxes and fees. Almost sounds like that other situation where the printer worker took all those Umbreon and tried to sell it all at once. Yeah, so that should have been considered like such a significant level theft that, because what he really did was he took, oh, I didn't realize the camera was a bit off center there. So he took those Umbreons from me and you. Those should have showed up in our booster boxes, and they didn't. They were hidden away in this guy's folder. He was making money off of them. So that was actually a high-level crime. And actually, I don't think any of us know what happened to that guy. I'm sure he got sued or tried for theft or something. So I don't know what happened to him, but yeah, that's a high-level crime. Those Umbreons might have been worth $100,000. Why shouldn't he go to jail for $100,000 theft? There it goes. But that's what it's going to be, you know, because everyone's pretty much going to conclude the same thing. It's like, yeah, you can't steal $100,000 of Umbreons. It's why put Umbreons in a different category of you know, like punishment just because it's cardboard rather than like paper money. Excuse me. All right, here goes. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Slap in the wrist. All right, here's this girl doing the peace sign. We are looking for another Siggy, guys. So far, so good. We got an SSP. But we want to see another signature pop out. Would you consider taking consignment slabs and posting them on eBay like C&G almost? So I could do that, but the problem with doing that is I pay the full eBay fee. Z&G gets to sell it and make a profit and offer a lower fee because he gets special treatment by eBay, which, by the way, I'm strongly against that idea. I think eBay should not be doing that. I don't think eBay should be handing out special favor just because it creates a system where you don't have the same advantage he does of selling on the same platform. It's unfair to customers. Now, you don't need me or Z&G, though. This is the interesting part. I don't know if you guys knew this, but PSA does consignment now. So you do not need Z&G Emporium ever again. I recommend PSA. Let PSA, they're a professional company, not a YouTuber. They're a professional company. And they can consign your $40,000 card or whatever it is you might have. That's how, if I consign any of my cards, it's just going to be through PSA. So PSA will do it for you now. All right, there we go. We can consign your cards over here, but it's just a bit of fun, you know. So if you think your cards will sell for more over here, or you think it's just nice to see your cards up on the table, give it a shot. But yeah, you know, I think consigning cards is about to change in a big way because real companies are going to get into it now, like PSA. There's no reason to ever do Z&G ever again. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. We should have did that. Cardboard is technically worth more money than they can print than whatever. Okay, let's grab this. All right. Tossing that. Okay. Tossing these. I just want to sell my Waifu Shuffle so I can buy a gold Zard. A gold Zard. Let's keep moving, guys. There we go. It's not that hard selling cards on your own eBay, by the way, guys. I sell cards on my eBay. You just list it up with the picture. Print the label out. And then you can buy any shipping supplies you need. They're going to be at your local Walmart, your local Target. Just some bubble mailers. Maybe a little hard cardboard box, depending on what you're shipping. You can buy all those tools on eBay. It's pretty easy. You might have more than one card to sell. You know, if you plan on being in the hobby a long time and being skilled at liquidating your own collection, it's really in your interest to learn how to sell your own cards instead of letting some other guy sell it. It might be convenient for you to let someone else sell your card if you reach a point where you have so many cards you just don't feel like working on it. At that point, you're paying that person to sell it for you. So like if you send your cards over to me to sell them, you're paying me to sell them for you so you don't have to spend your time on it. That's when consigning makes sense. But again, for like actually valuable cards, PSA does consignment now. So we don't need to mess with Probstein. We don't need to mess with Z&G. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right. The next signature is out. Death Scythe Haran. Ooh, beautiful. Thank you, Mr. Terry of the Dead. Oh, is it Terry? Oh, Terry off Dead. Okay, Siggy popping out. Look at that. So the SSP and the Siggy in this box, in this round. Great news for you. Good. It's hard to find comps for those cards, mister. We can just finish the deal on Discord. I've already messaged you about it. All right, sounds good. This, all right. Here's a hollow. 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 All right. We'll toss this away. Mr. John Lucas, thank you so much, man. What do we got here? Ooh. Wow. Ooh. So this is where we're at so far, and we're going to keep going now. All right. 2 more boxes left. Maybe another signature in these 2 boxes, hopefully. Tonight's stream brought to you by Mr. John Lucas. He went really deep opening up all these Nikkeis, everybody. The stream's not over, though. You're welcome to send in an order. I'm going to take care of all the orders. You know, I felt like we ended the stream a little early yesterday. I kind of had to. It's 8 o'clock right now, but I started this stream late. So we're going to go until 3 hours are up, probably. So we'll probably be done around 9. But, you know, we are. Snip this up. So this will be an unusually late stream. It won't happen every week. But tonight's a good night to get some money made. It's the dead of winter. Karis and I aren't really doing anything, to tell you the truth. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. Set these here. Set this here. Last 2 boxes. Let's get it. Karis isn't feeling super well anyways. She's feeling kind of ill. Feeling queasy. Okay, snipping this. Snipping this. Read NHCC. He says, my bad, I changed my mind on that Meganium. Sorry. Anyone else want to copy? Go ahead. Oh, no problem. All right. I forgot about that. There we go. And we'll toss this over here. Here's a full art. Can't believe I sold 5 Dodgers Luffy's at $350 a piece, and they're 2.5K now. Need to stay focused on the mission, says NHCC. The perks are working at Dodger Stadium, but couldn't hold them long enough. Aha. Ooh. All right. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. So these are the last 2 boxes. Ooh, Cherry Blossom. Wow. Oops. Here's a hollow. and a hollow, and a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Popping these over here. Very nice. Here's a hollow. 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 How much would it be? How much would I get if I were to pawn a $2,500 card, let's say? That depends on how bad I want the card. So if I believe that the card's going to hold that price steady, and it's a card I don't mind acquiring if you default and decide to quit and not pay back the loan, then you could get a lot of the value. But if it's a card where I feel like I definitely do not want it, I definitely want you to pay it back, I think there's a high risk it falls in price, the loan will be smaller, and that's kind of how it works. So it's sort of like touch and feel kind of, you know, is that the right word? Touch and go? I don't know what the term is. All right, here's a hollow. You kind of feel it out. I think that's the term I'm looking for. We feel it out. What card are you talking about? It's a nice vintage Rayquaza. I know you don't like Rayquaza. Which Rayquaza in particular? Well, you can tell me in Discord, okay? Yeah, if you want to do a loan on a Rayquaza. It doesn't necessarily have to be a card that I want to put into my personal collection. When I say like the card, I mean like a card that I know if I was stuck selling it, it's going to sell. Right? So the sell-through rate's pretty important. All right, so that is going to be it. Only one signature and one SSP. We're sold out of sealed boxes of Nikkei, unless there's a box laying around in the room that I don't know about, which does happen on a rare occasion. Let's see. Any boxes laying around? You never know. I don't think so. Okay. We do have some loose packs of it, though. Mr. John Lucas, we have... A moment. Oh, look at this. So I have 2 bags of it here, I think. Yes, I remember this, because I opened a box too early. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 packs here. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A full 12 packs here. So 12 and 9. If you're interested in those at all, if you're interested in exploring them in case you felt there weren't enough signatures in the case, that is up to you to kind of think about and decide on. Now, why don't I get these lovely cards into a bag? We did get a better round than last time, so that's the good news. All right, man, I drank a lot of liquid. It's a nice vintage Rayquaza. I like nice vintage Rayquazas. All right. Okay, let's grab this bag. John Lucas. There it is. I still have to join. Now, this goes back over here. Let's find out who has the oldest order. I'm jumping over to the website to see how old the orders in the website are. All right, we have a Zach Hooper order. Hey, what's up, Zach Hooper? He wants 2 Cardos Disney. Here you go, Mr. Zach. Zach Hooper, are you brand new? I can't remember, Zach. You're either brand new or you're new-ish. Zach Brown. William Henry. I thought we might have gotten a new Zach. Let's see. Will Sharp. It might be new. Hello to... I'm just reading the chat real fast. Let's see. I don't think I'm seeing all of the messages. Let me go to all messages. There we go. Okay, we're on all messages now. It's weird. I feel like I'm seeing part of a conversation, but not the whole conversation. All right. So, Mr. Zach. I didn't hear Zach say hi. Is Zach here? Mr. Zach Hopper. Zach Hooper. Zach Hooper. It's Zach's turn. It says read the note. Oh, that's why. Okay. Mr. Zach. Let's grab it. You got it, man. It looked like the kind of order that might be placed by a brand new guy, and my brain said, you had heard that name before. But then I went looking for Zach's name in the Z box, and it wasn't there. And I said, okay, so Zach doesn't have a bag. And then I was like, maybe he is new. No, we did work with you, but we kept you under your nickname. There you go, Mr. Marvel. And, ooh, we got the girls. Girls get it done. They're doing a hand clap move. And here's Winnie the Pooh, but he looks kind of weird. All right. Very nice. That definitely confused me. Let's grab this. Oh, yeah. All figured out. Aunt 36 likes. There it goes. Yeah, we just don't get that many likes in horizontal, I guess. The vertical mode kicked your guys' butts when it comes to likes. Which is why we're now going to do only vertical streams. Here's Mr. Javier. What's up, Mr. 2 Mega Dream Korean? Oh, I'm glad you're trying these out. These are a lot of fun. Mega Dream Korean, everybody. 1 Prismatic Evolutions. We have a new Star Wars set on the menu, guys. I noticed nobody opened up a pack of that tonight. Here's this. 1 Prismatic, 1 live custom. 1 live costume? We got it. 1 live custom. Got to bring back the nighttime streams. What, the like 2 a.m. streams? That was early morning, to be honest. It wasn't really late night. All right, 1 pack. That was early mornings. You got at Deva, the open gate. I don't know. I don't know what that is. All right. So here we are. We'll snip this up. Let's see, what do we got? We've got Glaceon. Ooh, Glaceon. And here's the Burb. Tweet, tweet, tweet. And Beautifly. Very nice. Okay, there you have it. Javier, thank you so much, man. Maybe one day a 24-hour stream to gain subscribers, like a subathon. Yeah, I did that with my other YouTube channel, TheCardconomist. That channel has 130,000 subscribers, and almost no new subscribers from that stream. And the stream performance was terrible. It turns out your audience sort of sets up a lifestyle where they watch your stream and then they go do other things in life. So when you go live for 24 hours, you don't really meet that many new people as you might think you would. And you really do miss out on like sleep, and it's like you wouldn't watch SpongeBob SquarePants for 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? So you might meet a couple new people, you might catch a couple subscribers, but that's true if you just do normal size streams, on a day-to-day basis anyways. So it's a novel idea, and it might drive a little bit of excitement, but in the performance and the data, you see that it's actually not a good use of your time. The other problems I ran into was that when I ran that 24-hour stream, YouTube did not even allow me to keep it because it said it was too long of a stream. So the truth is you're going to have 2 streams or 3 streams split up into pieces. So it'll be 3 separate streams if you want to stream. So it's not a true 24-hour stream. Ooh, this is really nice for only $50. So this is back up for sale. This is 2018 Meganium, graded 10 by Tag Grading. Super Burst Impact. Beautiful card. That makes it 8 years old. Wow, 8 years old. Pretty cool. It is. Now we have Mr. Will Sharp 10 Surging Sparks. Surging Sparks. English, right? Boy, where do I keep those, I wonder? So I believe they're in the middle box. Move this a little bit. Move these a little bit. Dragon Ball went up in price yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, Surging Spark, 10 packs. Next time we're going to have to get more boxes, though. Okay. Happy Saturday. How's it going, everybody? Hey, you know, I noticed we didn't show off the brakes, and the brakes haven't been moving. Probably because I haven't shown them off. Let's show them off. We've got Lightning Squirtle with 4 spots left. He's close. Lightning Squirtle. We've got the Mew brake. That's alternative art Mew. This is the promo from 151 Ultra Premium Collection. He's a large 1 in 17 odds brake, but he's super desirable. The pack split. There's 3 people in here now waiting for more people. Here is Nami. Nami is 4 spots away from finishing. She is a promo Nami. Really lovely card. Graded 10 by the Tag Company. It's hard to get a 10 with them. The trade slab has 1 spot left. I think it's about to go off. Here is the Psyduck, which is probably the best card on the table at the moment. This is legendary, well, other than the Mega Nidoking, which has been moving on his own really rapidly. But this is also a really serious card. WotC era legendary collection cards have been exploding in price all this time. They continue to explode. This is a PSA 8 for only $1,000. Enjoy it while it lasts. Once that break is over, you will not see a break like that for a while. Here is Nidoking 10 for only $4,000, which is probably underpriced now, and it is moving like crazy. People are buying into the $40 spot, the sub list, or you can buy outright for $400. So only one person has bought it outright. And then the Jumbo Pack Break already has 2 people in it. So we started this at the beginning of the stream. 2 people jumped in. There currently is no binder break. The last binder break already went off because it got too hot, and then people were like, "Give me in that binder break." What else is going on? Your box breaks out the wazoo. You have the Celebrations box break, which I think only has room for 3 people in it. This one right here. So this thing is 1 in 8 with the star card. The EV1 box break, which only has, I think, 3 spots left in it. That's like a stone's throw away. Could get a whole box of EV1 if you're very lucky tonight. 1 in 21 odds. That's pretty, that's not very good. You're probably going to miss. The Donkey Kong break. Don't forget, Donkey Kong. Aruga. Okay, Donkey Kong. Ancient Origins is just about to finish. So this Ancient Origins break is getting very close. By the way, we need to put 2 spots for Mr. John Lucas into the bounty tonight. The bounty finishes tonight. Come on, let's see. Here we are. The bounty finishes tonight. What is this? Is it the 31st? Yeah. Okay. So at the end of the stream, we find out who finishes the bounty, who gets a new bounty. I think the next bounty should be like a group of PSA 9s or Tag 9s or whatever, because I have like a million of those. Now, this says bounty, and I've put the Anthony Kalura store credit card in there. There it goes. All right, bounty. Good. All right, but there's one more thing. So you know about the box break. The Ancient Origins box break only has 3 spots left, and it's running a sub list that has one $40 spot left in it. Just 1 spot left, and the sub list goes off. So the sub list is very close. Wherever it is. Where'd it go, actually? I don't even know where it is. Where's the sub list? It must be sitting somewhere. All right. Crazy, man. We get too much stuff. You ready? So there you go. I was showing off the breaks. I didn't show those off at the start of the stream, but I figured, we got to show them off. People need to know. Now, we don't normally stream on Sundays, so I have that option if I want to, but we don't normally stream on Sundays, and you might be interested in jumping in one of those breaks before having to wait till Monday. This is for Will Sharp. Mister, do I got a SC? Pretty sure I missed that binder break yesterday. Do I have a store credit? I can go looking for a NHCC store credit. It'll just take me a minute. All right. Yeah, the binder break went off yesterday, and it was just fat with pulls, man. So it was very popular. Arturo pulled it. Yeah, Mr. Arturo Perez pulled it. He got all the cards from it. I think the binder break is an interesting break. I think it does offer value that can easily challenge the jumbo pack break. But people say they like the jumbo pack break for the experience, sort of like getting to open all those packs and all that, you know. Maybe like the hope that some crazy big snipe pops out, right? Kind of like what we're doing right now. Let's see if a bit crazy big snipe pops out of this. Surging Sparks for our friend Will Sharp. Come on, Mr. Will. Surging Sparks. We have Black Kyurem. He's a little fat on the top of the card. Swablu Iron Crown. Here's Flittle Dialga. And here's Kecleon. Kek. All right, Will. There we are. Was that everything you dreamed it would be? Will, if you ever want to trade your hollows in for spots in the trade slab, let me know. Now, Will Sharp. His name is Will Sharp. Where am I going to run into you, Will? I'll keep my day job, Will, because I don't think I sing good enough. Oh, yeah, you got plenty of hollows. So you got some hollow fodder if you ever want to use it to take a slab off the table. Now, you've got... because we'll get another trade slab after this one. Toadies. What's the one-piece break? We've got two one-piece breaks. An EB1 English box with 21 spots in it. $40 per spot. Your odds are 1 in 21. The buy-in is 40. The other break is this beautiful Nami, graded 10 by Tag Grading. Very harsh graders over there. And they handed a 10 out to this one, and she just looks really nice as a nice promo card. So there it is. That one's 4 spots away. There's 3 people sitting in there. Is it 3 or is it 4 people in there? All right, there we go. Thank you, Will Sharp. So what's going on now? Nicholas Williams. He says, 1 Pokemon Black Bolt and an English DBZ. Oh, I see. 1 DBZ Manga Volume 1. Yes, you got it. All right. Keep in mind, some of the Dragon Ball prices changed. Be sure to take a look at that, everybody. Let's see. Black Bolt. I think we're opening a fresh box of the Black Bolts. Ooh. Okay. I think NHCC wanted me to check for store credit too, so I gotta get them. Here's this. We're ready for more consignment slabs, by the way. If you guys have junky slabs you want to get rid of or just slabs that you would like to sell, I can help you get rid of your slabs. We price them up on the table, and people can put them into slab away. I might even offer to buy them. If you're interested in doing that, just talk to me on Discord. You can also talk in Instagram. All right, what we got here? We got some dudes and the monkey guy. Oh, yeah, the monkey guy. I did not know his name. Sorry, Mr. Nicholas. Oh, my gosh, these bulk piles are falling over, actually. All right. Oh, my gosh, this is ridiculous. There's a lot of Y. Schwartz bulk over there. Oh, are we getting a new bag for you? I think we are. I think we're getting you a fresh bag. Miss Alexis was in at 2 a.m. in the morning getting the shipping done, man, because there was so much shipping left to do. It took her till 2 a.m. in the morning, but she stuck around and she got it all done. How impressive. All right, Nicholas Williams. This shall say 2.26. Origin's currently at what? The price said 14 on my end. Is that wrong? I didn't say your price was wrong. No, I was just letting people know that some of the Dragon Ball prices had changed. All right. No, you're probably all good. Let me click refresh on this. We have an order from Mr. Estuardo Pascual. Hey, what's up, man? He wants a Kuromi Cryptid Carnival and 4 of the Korean Inferno X. You got it, man. Let's get it. Are these all Korean? Yeah, a whole bunch of them. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Encrypted Carnival. Let's see. Ooh, look at this. Here's a potential gym break if anyone wants to jump in here. This is fun. Wax pack of Nintendo Zelda. PSA 8, that's pretty high. These old wax packs don't really grade 10, so an 8's really good, actually. So that's vintage Topps Nintendo wax pack. $35 buy-in, 2 spots. That's a gym break. 1, 2. All right. Mr. Estuardo, what's up, man? Let's go ahead and start sneeping. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Oops. Tossing that out. Oh. Ooh. Pack number 2. Here's the Carnival Lights and Kuromi. Cute. So those are the Cryptid Carnivals. Oops. Back when MetaZoo was owned by the original maker of MetaZoo. It was under different management back then. Now it's under new management, and it's so much better. Mr. A Pack Viable in Origins was going to send. I don't know what you're asking. A Pack Viable in Origins. I don't know what your question is. You mean like Lost Origins? I don't know if we have Lost Origins on the menu, do we? I don't think we do. A pack viable in Origins. Oh, Ancient Origins. Yeah, you can buy a pack of Ancient Origins, definitely. Why did I think it was... I thought it was Lost Origins. Yes, here it is. So check it out. This is Chris Abruzzo. He had 3 packs in Slab away, and they're paid now. He paid them off like yesterday. And so there's 1, 2, 3 spots left. And this spot right here is taken by the sub list. The sub list has 5 out of 6 people in it. We need one more person to set it off. $40. That'll set off the sub list. So another spot will sell through the sub list. Estuardo. Now, did you say I have a bag? He did say I have a bag. We're best friends, right, Mr. Estuardo? Let's find that bag. Wow, Estuardo knew exactly what I was curious about. How did you know that? Emmanuel. Let's see. Here it is. That's the sub list. Found it. Found it over here. Aha. Yes, yes. Here it is. Happy Saturday, everybody. Saturdays are a great day. People are off from work. They're enjoying. They're spending their money. They're opening Pokemon cards or whatever it is you're opening. I, too, like the weekends. We're at 8:30. Let's go ahead and grab these. Throw them out. And we'll hit refresh over here. We're going to hit refresh. We're going to hit refresh on this as well. All right, it looks like the queue is empty. Queue is currently empty. Still time to place a quick order. Let me move these off the table. Get these out of the way. I think we ought to start a new, we better start a new binder break. Okay, because the last one went off, and so it's my job to get the next one going. The binder break always starts kind of the same. I always get a couple junk cards in a bag. And once we have a couple junk cards in there, they form sort of like a safety cushion for the more valuable cards that go in right after. So binder break's always the same. It's going to be $40, 1 and 4. I think that's a good, reasonable amount because it allows you to compare it to the other thing, which is the jumbo pack break. Which one is better, jumbo pack break or binder break? There's a point where the binder break is the better option. That's what's curious about it, you know? Now, what I want to know is when do people look at it and go, oh, that's it. That's when it's better. Mister, I miss when you would stream during my night shifts. Yeah, I miss me when I would stream during my night shifts too. So I'm just going to grab a couple of these. We got one of these. We got one of these. We got, well, here, let me put these back, actually. Let me put these back. Give me a second here. Oscar Resendez says he would like a box of Korean Mega Dream. Oh, let's go ahead and service that real fast. I got to get started on that binder break, but I got to think about the very first starter cards. There's already been a lot more interest in Korean Mega Dream compared to prismatic Korean. Not prismatic, Terror Festival Korean. Wonder why that is. All right. Eddie. Ooh. Ooh. We'll pay Slabaway Strike off next. Hell yeah, dude. I've been warning people about that Ancient Origins box. I've been telling them it just takes one serious dude and it's all done. One serious dude and you don't got any more time to jump in. All right, Oscar. Did you see that ad fly out? Okay. So these are fresh on our menu. Korean Mega Dream. Another fresh thing on our menu. 2025 Topps Star Wars. Check it out. Okay. Good. Very nice. Very nice. Ooh. Mr. Roll my store credit into the Ancient Origins sub. Ooh, let me make sure that someone else hasn't already bought it. The order that the purchases are made are really important. It doesn't look like it. So I think you should be able to do that. Yes. Okay. So let me just complete this order for Oscar Resendez. Hey, what's up, Oscar? Mr. Oscar. Here's a little Numo. Here's some more hollows. When it comes to trade-in value, you can trade in your Korean hollows, but I don't treat them the same as Japanese and English ones. Here's Togekiss. So we don't give them quite as much value, but they're still tradable. Here's the walkie-talkie. Boop. I think that's natural because they're cheaper, you know, like the fact that you can open them at much higher quantities at a much lower cost, it just makes sense, right? All right, here's Snow Runts. Okay, here's, oh, what do we have? We've got Outlaw Leg. Outlaw Leg. Here's the Belly Bolt. Here's what's his name? Why am I forgetting? Why am I blanking on his names? My brain said Ganondorf. I know that's not right. Garchomp. Stupid. It's because my brain very loudly said Ganondorf, and I said, that's not Ganondorf. Garchomp. Ganondorf. All right. That was your box of Mega Dream. That's a cold box of Mega Dream. Nobody's pulled the Mega Gengar, by the way, out of the case. I don't even know how many there are in a case. Maybe none, maybe two of them. Because a case of Korean booster boxes is not like Japanese. There's so many more boxes than usual. So who knows how it works. Oscar Resendez, thanks, man. Sorry about the tough luck, though. Even in a Korean box, you can pull unlucky. This box was a walkie-talkie box. That's not what we're looking for, is it? We're looking for an Altart or a Golden Zard or the Altart. We're looking for Misty Psyduck, which is another nice card, or the Enz Zekrom. Lots of good cards and artworks in that set, but not this time. So let's see. Roll you over into the sub list. Give me a second here. I'm not seeing a store credit for you. Are you sure you had store credit? All right, so if it's not at this point, you've already spent it. Grab this. This was Anthony Arturo. All right. Arturo has store credit, $3. Chad Anthony Haymeyer. That's a lot of money, $76. Oh, right, because he sent a double thing. Let me check in the box in general. Okay. All right. Oops. Make sure I didn't put any store credits in this bag real quick. No, this isn't store credit. I shouldn't have done this, but this is not store credit. He pulled a cool item with that $29. And then I said, let's take the card and put it into the bag to show that you got the bounty spot from the gift. All right, so there we go. That's good. All right. Very nice. In this case, there was no store credit, Mr. NHCC. It was the missed binder break from yesterday. Okay. The missed binder break from yesterday. So you sent for a binder break and it was missed, you're saying. You're saying it didn't go in. And then you didn't receive that store credit. I didn't write it down. And you didn't spend it either. All right. Binder break, huh? Ooh, we need a different system for store credit. All right, so there's not a written down card for it. So you're saying you missed the binder break, but I never wrote you down for it. And then you never spent it because I never wrote you down for it. As soon as I heard it was done, I dipped out of the stream. I didn't see anything past that. Huh. Let's see. Let me jump over here. You might be right. I might have just forgot to write it down. Let's log into here. Okay, logging in here. I dipped out of the stream. Did I make it in? Says Mr. NHCC. Well, I don't remember, actually. That's the thing. I don't remember. There were 4 people in there, but I don't remember who. But you're not sure if you made it in. So the solution to that is the footage from yesterday has to be rewatched. That's the solution. It can't be like, maybe I have store credit. It can't be like that. We have to know for a fact if you have store credit. Because if you did make it in, and then we put you into another break, it'd be like I just gave you $40 out of thin air. So we can't have that. We actually have to know why I didn't write it down. So we have to know that I made a mistake and I didn't write it down, and then I have to beat myself up a little bit because I'm not allowed to do that. So how's it going, guys? APZ, did I make it in? Gang, anyone in the binder yesterday? No trust, I get that. It's not, no, it's not trust. I don't know why you speak that way about me. You shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say, like, with the mod stuff either. You treat me like I didn't pick you as mod. I haven't picked anyone as mod. No, there just has to be a system that applies every single time that we do like an operation. So that's how my brain works. I'm like a robot in a way. So I have to have the same system that works every time. And if there's a mistake, like a miscalculation, I have to be aware that I made a miscalculation. So for the store credit, I have to have written it down. And if I didn't write it down, then that was a big mistake. And if you went into the break, then you don't have $40. So we have to know what that answer is. All right. Hey, what's up, Team Rocket Grunt? He says, celebrations go off yet? Let me show you how many people are in the celebrations break real fast. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 3 spots left in there still. And are there any moderators that want to check the binder break from yesterday? No trust means like an agreement with you in this case. Oh, sorry. Sometimes you say something in a sort of tone like I don't like you, and that's not true. I don't dislike you. So I always feel kind of what's the word? Put on the spot when you speak that way. So let me go ahead and jump over here to the breaks history. The binder break went to Arturo, and it finished at the 33-minute mark. So now I'm in the other stream. All right, we are at the 33-minute mark. Oops. I shouldn't be looking at this. I'm the host. Now everyone's forced to stop with me. So let's see. Here are 4 names. So it says I did not see NHCC's name in there. So it's Dylan, Milo, Arturo, and Gregory Gallegos. So now all I need to do, after we've confirmed that, we have to jump over here. And we have to see, there we go, yesterday's orders real fast. Jump in the binder break. So you asked to jump in the binder break at 3:27. And then you said you left and you never spent that. That's right? Let me hit play on this. NHCC sounds like a woman. No, he doesn't sound that. He doesn't sound like a woman. Let's see. So I guess I'll write it down. The store credit from yesterday. Wow. We are. I need to have a system for this. I need to know that this wasn't written down and placed or spent or anything like that. So that's not a very good system. Here we are. And you would like to go into the sub list. NHCC, check out their comment. I'm being sarcastic. Yeah, he's just being silly right now. Man, it would suck if store credit had like a receipt every time it was spent, but that would fix this problem. But it would force even people with like $3 of store credit to have to write a receipt for me to know that it actually went off. And that would solve this mystery right here, because store credit kind of goes back and forth so quickly that when something like this occurs, my brain, it doesn't have a memory of what happened yesterday with this, and it worries me, you know what I mean? Because I should have a way to know if it was ever spent or not. So what would have had to have happened yesterday is we would have had to reach his order, failed to write down $40, but I would have asked him in the stream how he would have liked to spend it, and then he wouldn't have responded because he wasn't there. So that means I definitely would have written it down, but it's not over there. So my brain wonders, could he have been there actually and maybe already told me, go ahead and place me in the sub list or something like that, you know what I mean? So my brain doesn't actually know what happened. Now what I could do is I could go back and rewatch the stream. I need to have a moderator do that. That's what I need. I need to have a moderator watch like 30 minutes basically or something like that. Or like have it on speed and test and see if there was any request of $40 being spent. But for me, I can't have everybody do a penny message for the store credit. It's too inefficient. If we did that every single time I write somebody down for like $5 or $4 or $20, it would become a problem. I'm gonna go watch that right now. Just disregard it for discovery later. Is that what you mean, for discovery? So let's double check it. Here's the deal. I tell you what, if we rewatch and it turns out I missed your order, because that's what would have to happen. I would have had to miss your order. So if I missed your order, I'm going to give you a bonus, okay? So that's what we'll do here. If I missed your order, you'll get $45. So this needs to be checked in the live stream. All right. So you get a bonus. You'll get 45 for your trouble, and everyone will be okay. All right. I'm going to go watch that right now. Perfect. And then the issue will be fixed. Mr. Sean Gallagher, I got to have, see, that's a really specific scenario that occurs, and I really got to have a solution to it. So Sean Gallagher is going to take 2 spots in here. You got it, Mr. Sean. Sorry about all that, guys. Took a little while there. Troubles with store credit. Store credits are very fast and very loose. There it is. Well, we're running out of ink. Doesn't want to write. Huh. Okay, you got spots number 34 and 35. Sean Gallagher. Kind of hard to read that, but I know who you are. That's the sub list. And so what you guys are looking at is one spot left in Ancient Origins, and then it's complete. Okay, one spot left in Ancient Origins, and it's complete. Okay, how many spots are left in the EV1 break? Hey, how's it going, Mr. Wildbeer? Wildbeer, there are, let's see, 3 spots left in here. Are you in this one? I don't think you're in this one. You can take a pot shot at it. You could lose 40 bucks USD, but you could take a pot shot at it. It's 1 in 21 are your odds. One person's going to walk away with a very happy day. Mr. Sean Gallagher also needs 1 Psyduck spot. You got it, 1 spot in the Psyduck. All right, I was just going to say that doesn't actually add up to 500, does it? Mr. Sean. Do I watch at the start of the A. Perez break? Yeah, see, that's the tricky part. I don't know how to corner it down. I don't know the exact way to fiddle out when to know that, okay, this order, his $40 was missed and I made a mistake. I don't know how to quickly do that. You could rewatch a very large chunk of the stream and that would probably settle it. Or you could, like, maybe you don't even have to watch anything. You just have to watch the live chat. Because if NHCC never spoke about spending $40 in the live chat, that means he should have $40. Oop. Now let's go grab that beautiful Psyduck. Here he is. Haha. Oh. Yeah, I wish I had a simpler way to do it, man. My brain's like racking itself trying to find out, how do I make this better? So I sit here and I probably sound a little quiet or maybe like perturbed or curious. And what I'm really trying to do, and I'm trying to think, isn't there a better way to do this? And maybe there is, like if all store credit was digital, like if it was on the website strictly, or if all store credit was by receipt. Receipt would be like a petty message. But then again, even though it would fix this one in a blue moon problem, it would create a new problem where, let's say you got like $3 of store credit, which doesn't sound like you would have it, but yeah, people really do have $3 of store credit. Let me show you. Like, look, Arturo has $3. Do we really make him send a penny message for a $3 store credit? I would end up with like 1 million penny messages in my PayPal feed, and it would become less convenient to use a store credit, but there would be a paper trail. There'd be a history. So I can't decide. It's one of those things where your brain can't decide which way to go with it. All right. I think it has to go on the web store. That way people also know what they have. Yeah, that would be a nice thing too. One of the reasons why I don't consistently show off the store credit, there's another problem that goes on where once upon a time in the past, I caught a customer trying to spend store credit twice because I didn't throw the store credit out of the bag after it got spent. So one of the things I don't do is show the store credit off over and over again because I don't want to be taken advantage of that way. If I were to make a mistake where it's like I forget to throw a store credit out. Well, he stole like $120 from me around that time period because he spent that store credit twice. When I was done opening it, I was like, you already spent that. You spent that like yesterday. He was like, yeah. And so I realized that was occurring, and it became kind of a really frustrating problem that I didn't know how to solve. People will spend store credit twice if they realize I didn't know they already spent it. That's a really big problem. And actually, it comes back to this receipt issue. Maybe the receipt, just creating a paper trail, just instantly solves that. Here's an EB1 spot for Mr. Waldbeer. All right, Waldbeer. I think it has to go on the web store. Milo Dillon, good game, peasy. All right, bloop. Well, wait a second. We don't need to write a card down for that. We need to write you on this. Waldbeer, you're number 19. Good luck in there, man. So what time is it? It is 8:49, and we're basically out of time. Wildbeer's the last order in the queue. It looks like we're saving this for Monday, unless I go live on Sunday, which is possible. Oh, it's tempting. It does get tempting. Maybe like a Sunday nighttime stream, like just random out of the blue. On the other hand, maybe that would be bad. Like people wouldn't expect it and then they miss out on that. AI tells me I need to have a mandatory, non-negotiable day off because it says it's very bad for me to work 7 days a week. But man, I could do it. I could work 7 days. So anyways, I had a lot of fun with you guys tonight. Let's hand out some spots over here real fast. Here, I'll put you on here, Mr. NHCC. I don't mean to be such a nuisance about the store credit. We just got to find out if it was already spent. And I don't know, maybe I will implement a system where you must do a receipt. And then I would just know instantly that you didn't spend it because no receipt. I'd say, well, according to the receipts, you never spent it, so it's yours. See, that would be very fast, wouldn't it? That'd be instantaneous. Here's Miss Janice. But then also, it would make it less fun to have store credit. Most people would be like, ugh. Here's Rain Brian. I don't know. All right. So that's up to 14. 14. I think we run this tonight. Let's give this away tonight. Here's Aovic. We had a nice busy night. We give this away tonight, okay? Ayo. Yeah, we got to give this card away. What am I doing? Here's Matthew. We also have to decide who pulled the bounties. The bounties are going off right now, guys. Matthew Hansen. Matthew Hansen was in here. How nice. So getting into the giveaway is as simple as writing down the keyword, which is TCC. If you're watching this and you never wrote down TCC, it's just that easy. People are out here getting free slabs because they learned how to do that. There's Miss Cat. She made it in. Here's Terry Off Dead. So that's 1819. And Gigi Suave. All right, here goes. Who's going to get the slab? Yeah, I get you because I do the same with my store credit. Use it on the fly. Mister, you have time to check the score tonight, or would it be Monday? I might check it tonight. Here we go. So that's going to land on 18, actually. Oh, 18. So that would have been after Mr. Russ. So Cat, Cat pulled it? Wow, that's so cool. All right. She's brand new, by the way. Okay, so we put her bag over here. Let me just see her name. Kayla. Kayla was having a very interesting conversation with me in the Discord server before we went live. There we go. Okay. Items received at the PSA vault. Very cool. They got my Cardos Magikarp sticker because I collect Cardos Magikarp. Now, the bounty, guys. Oh, it's bounty time. It is bounty time. The bounty goes to people who manage to pull a hit before the end of the month. I just pick out some free stuff, and that's the monthly bounty. It's a fun little thing. Here it is. So this bounty is pretty cool. 2 pristine cards. This one has a label that keeps falling down. Beckett needs to fix their labels like right away, man. It's super annoying. All right, so the next bounties might be a pile of Tag 9s, PSA 9s, Beckett 9.5s, because I have so many of those. They're coming out the wazoo at this point. I mean, it's a serious problem. I actually think it's a risk for the integrity of the shelf, how many of these slabs I have in one box. And part of it is because I don't alphabetize the 9s. So we are having a serious problem with the 9s. Oh, yeah. Who do you think's about to pull this? Tonight was the last night to jump into this, by the way. So, you could have taken some shots at it if you wanted to. Some people did. Look at that label already falling down again. That's so annoying, bro. What do you guys think of these poker cards grading pristine, though? That's pretty cool, right? Love it. Centering is how they missed, huh? So they must have been off by a hair. You kind of see it. It's like chubby here, thinner here. Very interesting. Okay, so the bounty's uncomplicated. There's not a bunch of booster packs. There's not a bunch of pulls. It is just a giveaway. That's all it is. It's like a bonus giveaway. So we just kind of shuffle the names up a bit. There's enough names to do one of these fancy moves. Look at this, guys. I don't get to do this very often, do I? Oh, yeah. Now we're getting fancy. I'm not very good at that. You ever seen people at like a casino do it? They do it so well. I don't have that skill. All right, so I'll just split this deck in half. Now, you guys give me a number, and I'll split the deck again. Kat, you got a free slab. I didn't know you were still watching. You got a, what was it? A Lucario 10. Did you see that? You're going to have a chance to see the tag slabs, by the way. They're very pretty. You're going to be like, ooh. All right, so Mike's side chimed up first. He said 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why you do this to me, Mike? I got to count to 20 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here it is, this guy right here. It is Mr. Shahir. Did he win twice in a row? I almost said twice in a row. Did he just win twice in a row? Mr. Shahir, is he watching? It's not every day I can say a high number. Wow. I feel like he won the last one. It wasn't him, was it? He had some tough luck in a previous month. He went real deep. Big supporter of the channel. Love it. And but he was opening prismatic. And as you know, prismatic's tough as nails. And so he got eat up a little bit by the prismatic. And it's fun watching him pull these a month later. He's going to like this. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Come on, bro. What is going on with this label, man? It looks so nice when the label's correct. God, dude. Shahir, Shahir. Appreciate you, Mr. Shahir. And Shahir. I swear he was here earlier. All right, somebody let him know he won. We're in a new month, the month of February, and I'm thinking about taking maybe 4 of these or 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What if we took 5 of those? And the new bounty was all 5 of these, just like a packet of 9s or something, because I just got too many. That's kind of a nice 9. Just like a whole packet of 9s like this. That's the new bounty. Just to peel some weight out of that box, man. All right. I don't know. We'll think it over. I haven't picked the new bounty. I'll have to think it over a little bit. Bounty going off today or tomorrow? It just went off. The bounty just went off. If you looked away, you missed it. We just handed it out right now. All right, guys, I had a lot of fun. That was the Saturday night stream. There's not supposed to be a Sunday night stream. I'll see you Monday, okay? See you later, everyone.